Live on a Friday night at Utah Grizzlies Hockey. As tonight is the second of a three-game series over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the second of 7 straight on the road for the Grizzlies, and it's the second of a three-game set as the Grizzlies are over in Allen, Texas, which is about a half hour from Dallas, as the Grizzlies take on the Americans for the fourth time this season. Utah's got a record of 4-4. On Wednesday morning, it was Allen coming away with a 3-1 victory. Nobody scored in the first period. Allen got a redirection of Spencer Asachuk, tipped in an Easton Brodzinski shot. It was a power play goal, 11:21 into the second period. Allen led 1-0 after 2 periods. Gianni Fairbrother tied it up for the Grizzlies, and he scored 12:46 in. And Fairbrother has been an Allen Americans killer all season long, as Fairbrother in 3 games against Allen this year has 4 goals and 2 assists. And he's been outstanding for the Grizzlies, and in particular against the Allen Americans this season. But it was Braden Watts on Wednesday morning who acted as the hero. He scored the game-winning goal with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation. Watts was previously with the Wichita Thunder for 4 years, and he's off to a great start this season. He has 4 goals and 6 assists in 9 games. Grizzlies put together a rally to try to tie it up, but they just couldn't find a way to get the puck in the back of the net. And with 1.2 seconds left in regulation, Mark Duart, the former Rapid City Rush skater, he delivered his first of the year on an empty net with Asachuk, and Brodzinski gained the assist. And really the big star was Spencer Asachuk, who had 1 goal and 2 assists for the Americans. So we'll see if the Grizzlies can bounce back tonight. Wednesday night was kind of odd in that it was the first time that Allen had outshot an opponent all year. On average, the Americans have been outshot by about 15 per game this season. There's been a lot of key contributors for the Grizzlies. Utah, despite only scoring 1 goal on Wednesday, they have been one of the better offensive teams in the league, as the Grizzlies are 7th in the league in goals per game at 3.63, and they are also 5th in the league in shots per game at 33.75. Well, it should be a fun one over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. I am hanging out at the Grizz Cave right next to the Grizzlies team store in a dark and empty Maverick Center. And hopefully we'll have a good picture to describe the game on Flow Sports to the listening audience who's tuned in on YouTube. Flow Sports is the exclusive streaming provider of the league, and YouTube is the official audio provider of the Utah Grizzlies. So it's going to be a ton of fun. We got a lot of things to talk about, including a new member of the Grizzlies who's not necessarily all that new. We'll talk about Adam Berg on the other side, as he re-signed with the Grizzlies just yesterday, and he'll be in the Grizzlies lineup taking on the Allen Americans. It's kind of interesting when you think about the Grizzlies. They're 4-4 this season. They're 2-2 at home, 2-2 on the road, and over the last 10 games against the Allen Americans, they are 5-5. So it's almost like the ultimate rubber match, even though it's only the second of a 3-game series. The Grizzlies are trying to break the 500 mark and go to 5-4 this season. We'll come back and talk about Adam Berg on the other side as we're in business on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. The Grizzlies reunite with forward Adam Berg as he signed with the club yesterday. He had started the season in the EIHL with the Nottingham Panthers. He played in 9 games with the Panthers this season, scoring 1 assist. Berg played with the Grizzlies last season And it's good to have Adam Berg back on the good side with the Utah Grizzlies. Last year, he had 9 goals and 14 assists in 50 games. When he was with Nottingham, he was with a familiar face as he was a teammate with former Grizzlies defenseman Quinn Wickers. They were teammates with Utah last year, and they were teammates over in Nottingham earlier this season. Berg was also a teammate in Nottingham with Logan Nilsson, who is the brother of current Grizzlies forward Cade Nilsson. So interesting enough, Adam Berg had some connections over in Nottingham, and he comes back to Utah to play with the Grizzlies. We mentioned he had 23 points in 50 games with the Grizzlies last year. His best month with the Grizzlies came in January of 2024, where he scored 9 points, 4 goals, and 5 assists in 13 games. Berg also has 27 games of league experience with the Cincinnati Cyclones. He played his college hockey at Brock University from 2018 through 2023. He was outstanding in his senior season at Brock, scoring 15 goals and 14 assists in just 24 games. So Adam Berg, the jersey number he wore last season, is probably going to be part of Grizzlies trivia today. He will be number 19 for the Grizzlies tonight, and he will be one of 12 forwards for Ryan Kanasowicz's crew this evening. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for both teams as we're in business on a Friday night, the second of a 3-game set between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Let's get to the lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who are led by fourth-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. He has 112 victories. Behind the bench for Utah, the assistant coach is Christian Horn. The athletic trainer is Colin Lee, who's in his 5th season with the club. And the equipment manager is second-year Grizzly Jackson Hibbard. Before he was head equipment manager, he was an assistant equipment manager for 2 years. Grizzlies are going with 12 forwards and 6 defensemen tonight. The starting goaltender is going to be Adam Scheel, who's making his 8th appearance this season. Scheel's got a record of 4-3 with a 3.40 goals against average and .894 save percentage. He was actually named 3rd star on Wednesday morning as he saved 34 of 36. And he played a solid game despite the 3-1 loss. That 3rd goal that was scored by Allen was on an empty net. So Scheel will be the starting goaltender. The backup is Vinny Duplessis, as Jake Barcheski earlier today was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. And we don't wish any harm on Annanen, the Colorado starting goaltender tonight for the Avalanche. But great news earlier today as former Grizzly goaltender Trent Miner was recalled to the Colorado Avalanche today. He had been the Colorado Eagles starter, and he was off to an outstanding season. Miner, the Grizzlies' all-time shutout king. He had 10 regular season shutouts, and he had 1 and 2 in the postseason. He is backing up Annanen with the Colorado Avalanche tonight, and it's certainly great to see as Trent Miner, who's a 4th-year pro and his 4th year in the Avalanche organization. He is certainly deserving and he's a hard worker, and it's great to see that he gets his first call up to the NHL, and we're certainly wishing Trent Miner the best of luck. Because of that, Eagles need another goaltender, and Barcheski was called up to the AHL's Colorado Eagles, and Vinny Duplessis will be backing up Schill in net for the Grizzlies tonight in Allen. The starting forwards are Cameron Buell. Buell's got 3 goals this season, all of them assisted by Dylan Fitz, and Fitz is also in there. And if you're talking about guys who have been red hot for the Grizzlies, how about Dylan Fitz over his last 3 games? Fitz has 2 goals and 3 assists, and he's been outstanding for the Grizzlies as of late. Also in the starting lineup is Aaron Aragon, who will be wearing number 15. Aragon is in his 5th game this season. He missed a few games due to an injury. He actually missed 4 games due to an injury that he sustained on opening night. Aragon was outstanding in training camp. He's still looking for his first point this season, and hopefully he'll get it tonight over in Allen, Texas. So starting forwards again are Aragon, Buell, and Fitz. We will also see the forward line, which is going to be the top forward line on Ryan Kanasowicz's lineup card. It will feature Mick Messner, who has 3 goals and 4 assists in 8 games. Cole Gallant has been pretty good distributing the puck. He's got 5 assists in 8 games. And also, Briley Wood will be on that top forward line. He has 1 goal and 4 assists in 8 games. We will also see the 3-man unit of Craig Armstrong as he's lined up with Luke Manning and Reed Webster. We will also see Tyson Upper lined up with Cade Nilsson and Adam Berg. Berg, the newest Grizzly, who just signed yesterday, but he's not necessarily the newest Grizzly as he played in 50 games last season. It's great to have Adam Berg back in a Utah uniform. He'll be wearing number 19. Last season, he wore number 14 for the Grizzlies. That might be a trivia question later on in the broadcast. The forward scratches for the Grizzlies include Reed Morrison and Nick Pastorius, as well as Blake Wells, who's out with an upper body injury. 6 defensemen for Ryan Kanasowicz's crew. The Grizzlies captain, Gianni Fairbrother's in there. He'll be starting, wearing number 24. He's 6 feet and 204 pounds, and most of his damage this season has come against the Allen Americans. In 3 games against Allen this year, he has 4 goals and 1 assist. And he'll be paired up with James Shearer, who has 3 assists in 8 games. The other defensemen tonight will include Kay Jensen, as he's paired up with Kabori Dunn. We will also see a lot of Derek Dashke and Brian Yoon, as Dashke and Yoon are the top defensive pairing. They'll probably play more than 25 minutes, as they have in just about every game so far this season. The defensive scratches for the Grizzlies include Chase Hartgee and Kyle Powell. So that's the Utah Grizzlies lineup. We'll come back and give you the starters for the Allen Americans on the other side. This is the Utah Grizzlies pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off in a few minutes from now as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans. Face-off listed at 6:10 in the Mountain Time Zone. Allen's got a record of 3-5-1. They are 1-3-1 over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. The starting goaltender is Dylan Wells. Allen has won 3 games this season, and Wells has been in net for all 3 of them. He's got a record of 3-2 this season with a 4.71 goals against average and 886 save percentage. Anson Thornton is the backup goaltender. The starting defensive pairing is Ryan Gagnon. He's wearing number 3, scoreless in 9 games, a former University of Calgary product. He was a college teammate for 1 season with James Shearer and Tyson Upper. He was Shearer's teammate for longer. He was a teammate with Upper for 1 season at Calgary. Gagnon will be paired up with the former Grizzly Andrew Nilsson. Nilsson wearing number 55. He's got 3 assists in 8 games, but watch out for him on Allen's power play. as he does have a lethal shot. Nilsson was the 2023 All-Star representative for the Grizzlies, as he was outstanding in the first half of that year. So Gagnon and Nilsson are the starting defensive pairing. The starting forwards include Mark Duart, who's a pretty good two-way forward. He spent last season with Rapid City, also has spent some time in the AHL with Calgary. Duart has 1 goal in 9 games as he scored the empty netter with 1.2 seconds left on Wednesday. Easton Brodzinski's been a Grizzlies killer. He had a hat trick on November 2nd, and he also picked up an assist in the second period on Wednesday. Brodzinski, in 3 games against the Grizzlies this year, has 3 goals and 2 assists and a +1 rating. And also starting out is James Hardy, wearing number 86. Hardy has 1 assist in 9 games. So watch out for Brodzinski. He's lined up with Duart and Hardy. That's the starting forwards. Spencer Asachuk was outstanding on Wednesday morning as he had 1 goal and 2 assists. Also watch out for Kyle Krankovic, who's got 4 goals and 3 assists in 9 games. He's not very big, but he's got a ton of speed. Last year, he was a star with Tulsa. And also watch out for Liam Gorman. He's played pretty well against the Grizzlies this season, and so it'll be interesting to see what happens here tonight as the Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans. It's military night over in Allen, as I believe the Americans are wearing specialty jerseys for the occasion. The lights are still out, so it's tough to really tell what color it is. Looks like it's a black jersey with white numbers and a little bit of red mixed in. As the lights are out, we know the Grizzlies. I know jerseys are a popular topic among hockey fans in the Salt Lake Valley today. Grizzlies are wearing a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. It's certainly one of the sharper looks in the league. As they introduce the Allen starters one after another, we gave you them a couple minutes ago. Gagnon and Andrew Nilsson are the starting defensive pairing, with Duart, Brodzinski, and Hardy starting out. Braden Watts is also a guy to watch out for. He's got 10 points in 9 games. Asachuk and Watts are their 2 top scorers. Asachuk has 10 points with 2 goals and 8 assists, and Watts 4 goals and 6 assists. And Dylan Wells is the starting goaltender for Allen. We'll come back and have face-off on the other side. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
It's a great night for hockey as 2 big standings points are on the line as the 4-4 Utah Grizzlies take on the 3-5-1 Allen Americans. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's going to be a fun one as it's military night over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Allen's wearing a specialty jersey, kind of looks like a camouflage jersey for most of it, with black on the shoulders and white numbers in the back of the jersey. And I think the letters are white on the back of the jersey for Allen as well. And it looks like it's going to be a fun one. Second of a 3-game set. These teams will meet tomorrow night as well. And for the Grizzlies, there are 7 straight road games. And this is game 2 of 7 straight on the road. After this week, the Grizzlies will be in Wichita for 3 games, and then they finish up the road trip 9 days from now against the Tulsa Oilers. Ceremonial puck drop as Gianni Fairbrother takes for the Grizzlies. Ryan Gagnon, who's a team leader for Allen, will take the drop, as both of those defensemen will be in the lineups for their respective teams. Good goaltending matchup as Adam Shield gets a start for the Grizzlies. It's his 9th start of the season. And for Allen, it's going to be Dylan Wells, who last season spent some time with the Idaho Steelheads and had a 7-0 record. He also had plenty of time with the Tucson Roadrunners. 2 referees tonight, Ryan Siegel and Marc-Olivier Phaneuf. The linesmen are Daniel Barnes and Aaron Schacht. Grizzlies will be skating from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, be a little bit patient with me as we are at the mercy of the one video feed we get from Allen, Texas. Cameron Buell is going to take the opening faceoff for the Grizzlies. He's out there with Aragon and Fitz. As we see the wide shot, looks like a good Friday night crowd. Taking the draw is Dewart for Allen. Grizzlies won the draw as sure as a glance off his stick. Allen back at their attack line as they spot shadow Gagnon. And the puck goes behind Shields' net. Looks like we got different camera operators tonight, unfortunately. As Fitz battles with Andrew Nilsson along the near side as Fitz brushed it ahead. Now Nilsson battles with Yoon holding up his left shoulder. As Fitz holds up his line, as Gagnon will back it deeper into the American zone. Allen skating from right to left as they carry it off the far boards. Grizzlies skate back in as Fitz dumps it off the end boards. Allen gets it back as Andrew Nilsson, who's had an active shift, will dangle the puck back and forth 40 seconds in as he's behind his own net. Nilsson over 300 games of pro experience as Dylan Fitz, his former teammate of 2 and 3 years ago, as Nilsson with a long-range pass that tapped off a stick at center ice. Yoon back deep in the Grizzlies zone will slice it to the far corner that he vacated over to Dashke. As Messner with a long-range pass looking for Fitz. He couldn't extend the stick far enough in neutral ice. As we're just over a minute in, puck goes back to neutral ice. Wood trying to get to Messner. It's taken away. Braden Watts, Wednesday morning's hero, dance around to drop it over to the far corner for Asachuk. Asachuk tried to filter it in front of the net. It glanced off a stick and rolls around Utah's net towards the near side. As Asachuk, the big 6'6" forward, will throw it towards Watts. He's a good skater. Watts feeds it up top. High slot. Lefty shot is blocked away. That was taken by Artem Kulikov, who's one of Allen's best defensemen. Grizzlies will literally throw it from one in as they're at neutral ice and took it with their glove and just threw it deep into the Allen zone. Americans will pitch it out to center ice. Puck glanced off the Utah stick, running it down at the Utah line near side is Kabori Dunn. He'll snatch the puck as he will throw it to the right side as a centering pass out to Armstrong. Shot saved by Wells as the pass was taken from Lebster to Armstrong. Armstrong had the good look, probably the best look of either team 2 minutes in. Puck sails out of play as we get our first whistle. 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the contest. Everybody make your pick to click as to who's going to be the player of the game for the Grizzlies. I'm tempted to go with Adam Berg in his Grizzlies second stint debut. But we are going to go with Brian Yoon, who's got 2 goals and 3 assists this season. I think Yoon's going to have a big day. Draw's going to be at center ice. 2 minutes and 7 seconds in. It's military night over in Allen, Texas. Grizzlies win the draw. Done to Jensen, the far side, as Jensen will slice it over to the left side, looking for Armstrong. He got knocked down about the time he was accepting the puck. No icing, as Nolan Orzek was the one that knocked down Armstrong. Allen crosses center ice, dumping it in, is Riley Janelle, who got in a fight with Briley Wood on Wednesday morning. As puck hipping opposite the right side, Allen tries to fire towards the net, and it glanced off of Manning's skate. Grizzlies around the net, done to Manning, who pitches to his right for Lebster. Rhett Lebster saucers it out to Tyson Upper. Upper gets it jabbed away as Upper was skating towards the net. As an American falls down, and that's Bell Aragon. Allen clears it back to center where it's gathered by Adam Berg, number 19 in his second stint debut. He wore number 14 with the Grizzlies last year. And earlier this season with Nottingham, wore number 39. Berg's got the puck. He gets up top. Right side, Fairbrother fires towards the net, and that goes wide. Boy, we got different camera operators. This one's difficult tonight. Right side, Fairbrother fires to the net, and a score! Grizzlies score! 12:52 left in the first. I'm not sure if that was Fairbrother. We didn't really get a good look at it. It's Adam Berg! I think Berg might have gotten it. Nielsen was in the area. If we're being honest, we didn't get a good look at it as the shot was taken by Fairbrother on the right point. Adam Berg skated to the bench first. So Utah draws first blood 3 minutes and 8 seconds in. Let's see. And it is Adam Berg as the shot was taken from the right point, and Berg fired away. He had 9 goals last season for the Grizzlies, and Adam Berg, in his first shift in his second stint, gets a goal to give Utah a 1-0 lead. Berg had 1 assist in 9 games for the Nottingham Panthers, wearing number 39, as Allen crosses center ice, and they lift it in. Over to the near corner, Fairbrother gets it out towards Buell. Buell trying to pitchfork it ahead. Now he gets to Fitz. Fitz a new try along the near boards. He'll saucer it in. Grizzlies, Aaron Aragon chasing after it. Grizzlies in a white helmet to go along with their white jerseys with black numbers and professional green trim. Allen with a pass out to neutralize. One of their players fell down. Fairbrother banks it off the near boards. Grizzlies were looking for Aragon. Allen gets it back. Americans out to center ice. And the Grizzlies get it as the pass went incomplete at neutral ice again. Sure, long-range feed. Goes deep into the Allen zone. No icing as the Grizzlies over to the right side get it. As Messner will fire it into the far corners. Grizzlies snatch it. That's Dashke. Sharp angled shot goes wide. Puck to the right side. It glanced off a stick. Played with a high stick by Hardy. And so that's why play is stopped with a 15:54 left in the first as Hardy puts both palms in the air as he played it with a high stick, says one of the referees. Easton Brzezinski argues his case. Pretty sharp-looking military night specialty jerseys that Allen is wearing tonight. As Brzezinski skates towards the bench, Asachuk's going to take the neutral zone draw against Cole Gallant. Well, it's a shame we didn't get much of a look on that Grizzlies goal, but looked like Fairbrother took the shot from the right point. It ended up in the right circle, and I believe Adam Berg put it away. And Berg did get the goal with Fairbrother and Nielsen getting the assist 3:08 in. As the Americans step over the offensive line, puck goes to the right side, shot out in front of the crease. Puck still alive, and it goes to the far side. Allen gets it back up top, right point. Now they get to the corner. Kyle Krankovic dances around. He's being shadowed by Hume. He'll get towards that right side. He's trying to get it back towards Krankovic. Utah picked it off. Wood will get it to Messner. Now to Hume. He's on the right side. Righty shot. Kick saved by Wells. Grizz are buzzing early, 5 minutes in. Grizzlies skate around the net, and that's Cole Gallant, one of the fastest of them all. Over to Hume, high slot, back to Gallant, right side. Tried to drop it back for the middle, looking for Dash, gets picked off. Krankovic over the line, left side, gets it towards Asachuk. Asachuk, left circle, tried to pitch it ahead. Instead, bounced it off the Yoon. Grizzlies gather the puck. Utah's done a good job protecting the house 5 minutes in. Wood crosses center ice, skates down the middle, drops it for Gallant. Gallant tried to find Messner out in front of the net. Allen picked it off. Americans out to center ice. They step over the attack line, left side, lefty shot. Glove saved by Schill as Braden Guy, who's scoreless in 9 games, fired away from the left wing. Schill made a glove save about chest high, and he holds on with 14:44 left in the first. It was Adam Berg scoring his first of the year with Fairbrother and Cade Nielsen picking up the assist. And so Fairbrother continues to do damage against Allen as he already has 6 points, and this being Utah's 4th game against Allen this year. He has 4 goals and 2 assists. Draws in the near circle as Utah leads 1-0 5 minutes in. As Allen wins the draw there along the near side, they try to get it back up top. Utah jammed it away. Reed Webster skates along the right side. 1-on-1. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Wells. Rebound goes towards the end boards as Allen will filter it off the near wall. Grizzlies get the puck back at center ice. Jensen dangles, skates horizontally towards his left, and he'll fire it back in as the Americans to the right side get it out towards number 17, Riley Janelle. He'll pitch it ahead. Pass picked off by Utah, and the puck is off the screen. It's deep in the Allen zone. Action behind Allen's net as Janelle battles with Reed Webster, both guys wearing number 17. As the Americans, Andrew Nilsson gets it back to Gagnon. That's the starting defensive pairing for Allen. Gagnon gets to center ice, left wing, and he'll loft it in. As the puck bounced off the end boards, Shield gets it to Fairbrother, over to Shearer, across to down the middle. It's taken away by Allen. Americans right side looking for a centering pass, as cutting in the way is Cade Nilsson, who just played a strong 2-way game so far. Nilsson with an assist, and he did a good job taking away the centering pass from Allen. Grizzlies sky it high into the air. It bounces in Americans' territory. Utah back at center ice. We'll move it to their right. Grizzlies have a glance off a stick. It sure delivers a push on Kulikov, but Kulikov got there a step ahead of him. As Allen, along the far side, will negotiate their way to neutral ice. Now they'll throw it back into their own end as Allen one-hands it to neutral ice, as lofting it in is number 11, Ryland Van Unen. His brother, Mike Van Unen, is a defenseman for Allen. Grizzlies pitch it to the right side. It glanced off the stick, and a big-time hit to the right side as Buell went down as he got hit by Mike Van Unen, who's 6'1" and 190 pounds. Allen skating from right to left, gets to neutral ice across center. Left wing hot pass connects towards Hardy. Hardy tried to find Orzek cutting in front of the net. Pass was too far in front of him. Dashke will skate around his net and get it to Fitz. Fitz on the left side will bank it off the far boards as Grizzlies' Craig Armstrong chases after it. However, icing is on the Grizzlies with 12:41 left in the first. So Utah, it appears, has a decent shot advantage on Allen. As we joined us late, Adam Berg signed with the Grizzlies yesterday. He was with the club last season. He started this year with the Nottingham Panthers of the EIHL. In his first shift as a Grizzly, he scores a goal from the right wing. Draws at center ice, or actually it's in the Grizzlies zone. As Allen wins the draw, right point, righty shot is blocked away. Too much traffic out in front of Shield. Grizzlies push it across as Utah crosses center ice, and they'll dump it in. Wells, wearing number 39, plays behind his net in goal for Allen as the Americans will skip it out to center ice. Grizzlies get it back. Allen on the back check took it away. Crossing center ice is Nielsen. Left side, he'll throw it towards the middle for Dewart, but everybody stops skating. 12:15 left in the first, and welcome back to the Grizzlies, Adam Berg. He gives the club a 1-0 lead. He scored 3:08 in, as looks like it might be a penalty on Allen. Dewart shaking his head back and forth, as the Americans might have just been offside. Either way, there's a timeout on the ice. Grizzlies lead the Americans 1-0. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
12 minutes and 15 seconds are left in the first period as Utah leads 1-0 as Adam Berg in his first shift back in his first game with the Grizzlies. 51st overall. He played in 50 games last year. He scored 3:08 in with Fairbrother and Cade Nielsen gained the assists. Utah's outshot Allen 4-3 as the Grizzlies win the draw. And Cole Gallant gets knocked down on the far side. Wood gets pushed in the back and taken off the puck as Hudson Wilson will throw it from one corner to the other. Grizzlies hustle it down on the right side. Utah gets up top to Dunn. Over to Wood. He's in the high slot. Righty shot. Saved by Wells. He holds on as Grizzlies had a couple guys trying to redirect it. In particular, Messner and Gallant. But Wells holds on with 11:53 left in the first. The Grizzlies are up to 5 shots to Allen's 3 here early on. Grizzlies win the draw. They're in the attack zone down the middle. Messner with a shot. Wells makes a save. Rebound goes towards the far boards. Messner gets it to, I believe, Fitz. Across to Dunn. He'll take a shot. Saved by Wells again. As the puck will squirt out to neutral ice. Allen gets it. Braden Watts, Wednesday morning's hero, drops it. Allen gets it across to Krenkovic. He couldn't handle it initially. Gets it off the boards, trying to throw it to the end boards. And the Grizzlies respond as puck to the right point. Allen keeps it in. They skate from one point to the other, and that was Orzek. As Mike Van Unen fires a sharp angled shot that goes wide, and the momentum goes all the way out to center ice. Allen skips it to the Utah line, drops it for Krenkovic, who danced around the left point. So he'll get to Mike Van Unen, who feeds to the near goal line. Skate ends Braden Watts. Backhand shot goes wide. Grizzlies get the rebound. As done, we'll get it to the left side. Grizzlies cross center ice. They'll chip it to their left. Aragon trying to find someone towards the net. It bounced off an Allen stick. As the play goes wide, Mike Van Unen will loft it out to neutralize. Fairbrother jabs it away, as looked like Braden Watts was anticipating getting the puck at the Utah line. Fairbrother right wings a pass out to Manning. Manning skates towards a high slot. Lefty shot goes wide as he missed stick side on Wells. Manning and Armstrong battle. Webster as the puck kicks towards Braden Guy. Guy feeds it to his left as over the line is Janelle. He'll drop it for Nilsson. Shot saved by Schill. As over to the near corner, Fairbrother gets a good shoulder check from Allen. Janelle will throw it to the near side. Allen couldn't quite locate it. Grizzlies will carry it back to neutralize. Armstrong crosses center. He'll backhand it in as Armstrong got a pretty good hit from behind by Riley Janelle. Allen skating from right to left here in the first period. Halfway through the first, Utah leads 1-0 as Adam Berg scored 3:08 in. As Allen over the attack line, Tyson Upper and another Grizzly. Berg in the area as well, wearing number 19. That was worn by Jordan Stone over the last 3 years. Nilsson out of the pile, left point shot saved by Schill. As Utah towards the far side, will have it bounce all the way into the Grizzly zone. As two Grizzlies chase after it, but Utah's called for icing with 9:42 left in the first. Andrew Nilsson skates towards the bench. He was a Grizzly for 2 separate years, the first half of the 2021-22 season. Then he played the first 5 months of the 2022-23 campaign. He was pretty good a couple years ago. He had one game against Kansas City in November of 2022 where he had 6 assists, which tied a Grizzlies franchise single-game record. Nilsson had some good moments in his time with the Grizzlies. In 2 seasons with Utah, he had about 47 points. In fact, 2 years ago, he had 41 points, 9 goals and 32 assists. He also had 166 penalty minutes. Grizzlies skate down the middle. It's Adam Berg. He gets dragged down by an American. No call as Berg was skating, trying to go coast to coast down the middle, and he got dragged before he could get a look off. As Gorman skates over the line, left side, lefty shot, and a glove save by Schill. As after the play, looks like Liam Gorman and Brian Yoon exchanged some words behind Adam Schill's net. As looked like Liam Gorman doing a little bit of a dance, former Pittsburgh Penguins draft pick. 9:13 left in the first, and Adam Berg's been buzzing so far as he's got Utah's lone goal. It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Americans nothing. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
9 minutes, 13 seconds left in the first period. Utah leads 1-0 as Adam Berg in his first shift in his first game back with the Grizzlies scored 3:08 in, with Fairbrother and Cade Nilsson getting the assists. Allen has outshot Utah 8-6. Andrew Nilsson and Liam Gorman each have 2 shots to lead Allen's attack. It's military night over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center as the Americans are wearing specialty jerseys, and certainly a sharp look. And that might be similar. I don't know what the Grizzlies military night jerseys will look like, but if it's anything like Allen's, that might be a pretty sharp look. If instead of Allen's red mixed in, if it's Grizzlies green, that'd be a pretty good look as Buell's kicked out of the face-off circle. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone as Liam Gorman took a shot before the under 10-minute timeouts. Grizzlies win the draw. They lead 1-0, and even though they've been outshot 8-6, they've been playing pretty well and playing pretty fast over the first 11 minutes. Allen gets it out to the high slot. Mike Van Unen takes a lefty shot, saved by Schill. Grizzlies will carry him off the far boards. Allen keeps it in. Left side, Brzezinski gets it towards the middle. Shot save puck goes back towards Brzezinski. He'll fire towards traffic, and the puck lifts into the air, bounces in the near circle. Allen skating from right to left in the period. Mike Van Unen across, dangling Zorzek, and he tried to get it back to Mike Van Unen. Utah kicks it back to center ice. The Americans will reset. 8.5 minutes left in the first period. Ahead towards number 84, Gorman. He dumps it in, and the puck ended up on towards Shield. He covers up. As there's James Hardy. 1 assist in 9 games. Hardy's 5'11" and 176 pounds. Draws give me the Grizzlies zone as Utah still leads 1-0 with 8:24 left in the first. Ryan Gagnon's played a ton of minutes here early on. He'll be paired up with Andrew Nilsson. As Gagnon looks at Nilsson, we've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. Both teams are pretty disciplined on Wednesday. Not many penalties either side. Grizzlies won the draw, and they'll saucer and skip it all the way into the Allen zone. Gagnon runs it down over in the far goal line for Allen. He gets it towards Nilsson, who pitches to the near side. As Gallant lifts Watt's stick, he gets it to Wood. Wood backhands it up top. Kabori Dunn fires towards the net. It goes wide. It's the Grizzlies. Cole Gallant trying to get it back towards the far corner that he vacated. Grizzlies get it towards Gallant down the middle. He couldn't get the skipping puck. That was a tough one to handle. And taking it for Allen is, I believe, Nilsson. So he'll drop it. And actually, Nilsson keeps the puck as he'll skate down the middle. Now push it towards Watts, who couldn't handle it. Grizzlies back to the left side. They have a bobble off their stick, and taking the puck is Kyle Krenkovic. Steps over the line, gets double teamed as he was skating towards the right circle. He gets dragged down, no call. Grizzlies at center ice. They step over the line 3-on-3. Utah over to the high slot, skating towards his right. Cole Gallant with a righty shot, and that one's blocked away as it ricochets off the end glass. Armstrong gets spun around as Lebster got pushed in the shoulder by Kulikov, who skates towards the corner, gets the puck, but rammed into the boards as he was looking to put a hit on Lebster. Puck at the Allen line. Americans will back it out deeper into their own zone with control of the puck. About 7 minutes left in the first period. Utah still leads 1-0 on Adam Berg's first of the year. He scored 3:08 in. As Kulikov behind his net, a native of Russia. He's been pretty active against the Grizzlies this year. He's got a pretty good shot. Kulikov, 1 goal in 9 games, 6'2", 216 pounds. He'll skate towards the far corner, and he'll move it out to center ice, getting it as Braden Guy, and he'll dump it in. As chasing after its Fairbrother. Fairbrother's got an assist tonight and 6 points against Allen this season. Grizzlies cross center, but overskating the puck is Cade Nilsson. Nilsson's been strong here early on so far. As Cade Nilsson, who played in the EIHL earlier this season, 3 games. His father's a coach in that league. As Allen steps over the line, Warzek dumps it in. He gets around Yoon. Now he gets held up along the boards by Yoon. Allen comes out of the pile with the puck to get it up top. Mike Van Unen moves to his right. The Americans will slide it along the boards. Allen over to the far side as Yoon cuts off Riley Janelle, and the puck goes to Cade Nilsson. Diagonal pass to center ice, connects on the right wing to Upper. Tyson Upper had 3 shots on Wednesday, which tied for a season high for him. Upper gets double teamed along the near side. Dashke pushes it up top. Allen gathers it as there was no Grizzly home. Americans over the line, left side, taking a righty shot. Saved by Shield is number 8, Mark Duart. Puck goes to the right side. Allen dangles the puck back and forth. Now they get it up top as Hardy skates towards the slot. Now he'll take a lefty shot. That one's blocked away by Shield. As the puck goes to the far corner, Allen gets the loose puck. They'll throw it around their net to the near side. They try to curl it out in front. Pass goes wide of the mark as Armstrong will carry it off the far boards, make that Buell. Buell gets the puck, trying to fire towards the net, and missed wide. Stick side on Wells. As the Americans will move it out to the left wing. Pass was looking for Gorman, and he was nowhere in the area. As icing is on the Americans with 5:17 left in the first. Now it's just the start of things, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Friday with us. Second of a 3-game set. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night. 5:50 pregame show, 6:10 face-off for the series finale over in Allen, Texas. And then next week, the Grizzlies have 3 games at Intrust Bank Arena against the Wichita Thunder, and the road trip ends on Sunday, November 24th for a Sunday showdown at BOK Center against the Oilers. Allen, with a gentle push and a mild arc, Neil Biscuit will bounce into the Grizzlies zone, and we're not talking about Biscuit, the mascot. Grizzlies, Briley Wood over the line. Oh, trying to get to Messner out in front. Great poke check by one of Allen's forwards. As over to the left side, Grizzlies rolled along the boards as Utah got occupied in front of the net. Gallant and Messner battle. Both guys have A's on their sweaters as they are the road assistant captains. Long-range pass to center ice doesn't connect as Shield will get it towards Dunn. Across the net to Jensen, who pushes the center ice. Grizzlies will backhand it ahead. 2-on-2, but the Grizz are offside as everybody stops skating once the Grizzlies enter the attack zone. 4:36 is left in the first period. Utah still leads 1-0 on Adam Berg's first of the year. He scored 3:08 into the contest. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to Grizzlies hockey. Utah leads 1-0. Adam Berg scored 3:08 in with Fairbrother and Nilsson getting the assist. Allen has outshot Utah 12-6 as Adam Shield, for the second straight game against Allen's, had to come up big. Nobody has more than one shot for the Grizzlies. For Allen, James Hardy has 3 shots to lead the way. Nilsson and Liam Gorman each have 2. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. Both teams are playing pretty disciplined. That's not unusual for the Grizzlies. Utah has the fewest penalty minutes in the league with only 62 and an average of 7.75 per game. As Cameron Buell will take the draw against Braden Watts. Watts, the hero on Wednesday morning. Utah wins the draw. They're at center ice. Shield as Shearer skates back towards the Utah line, gets to Fitz. Fitz tried to backhand it across towards Aragon, and Allen will skip it towards their bench area, which is in the right side of center ice, far side as we see it. Allen over the line. Watts trying to drop it off. Armstrong was in the area. Now Asachuk gets it towards Watts. Shot. He misfired on the one-timer. Grizzlies clear it back to center. Allen back in their own end. 4:08 and counting left in the first. Mike Van Noonen, a head pass connects. They try to get to Krenkovic on the left side. Utah took it away. Grizzlies clear it back to center. Mike Van Noonen will throw it back to the right side. Allen will skate in. Asachuk got spun around. Krenkovic in the right point. Slice it across to Nilsson. Nilsson with a hot pass down the middle. Backhand shot and a score. That's Braden Watts getting his 5th of the year. As the hot pass connected. Nilsson was over in the near corner. He threw a hot one to Watts. Watts collected the puck and just spun around and fired a nice backhand shot past Adam Shield. And with 3:50 left in the first period, we're tied at 1. Boy, it seems like the players that have done the damage against the Grizzlies have been top-line guys. And once again, it's Allen's top line that gets him on the board. And Braden Watts has been a solid player in this league for a handful of years. He had 4 good years with the Wichita Thunder, and he's off to a quick start here with the Allen Americans. As that was a pretty good shot taken by Watts. Nilsson will get an assist, which will be his 4th of the season. It looks like Andrew Nelson's engaged in this game as he's off to a good start. As the fans chant red, red after the goal, as the Grizzlies skate in, as Armstrong and Nilsson divorced Armstrong from the puck, and a cross-country pass goes incomplete, goes deep into the Grizzly zone. Allen gets in after Utah overskated it. Americans in the attack zone, they'll slide it along the near wall, but nobody was at the point to keep it in. As the puck goes all the way, Dylan Wells will watch a defenseman take it as the Americans skate from right to left here in the period on military night over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Right wing pass connects as Allen crosses center ice, and that's Braden Watts, the goal scorer. Skates along the right side, trying to skate toward the far goal line. Grizzlies poked it away. Utah gets it across off the far boards as Adam Berg trying to chase after it. Kind of odd to see Berg wearing number 19 after wearing number 14 last season. Berg behind the net towards the near side. He's already got a goal tonight. He danced around. He's got good speed. Berg skates towards the far side, try to feed it out in front. Pass goes off the stick as looked like Berg was looking for Nilsson. Nilsson still in front of the crease. Grizzlies in the attack zone as they roll it back, looking for Nilsson behind the boards as Grizzly goes down on the far side. As getting the puck is Nilsson. He's in the slot. They'll push it is right for Dunn. Dunn centered it to upper, but it glanced off of his stick. Allen clears it back to center. Utah saucered off the near wall. Center ice. Dunn will drive it in. As well as behind his net, will push it towards off a stanchion. As Dunn glides smoothly along the wall. Wood in the right point. Skates towards the circle. Take a righty shot. And that one goes wide. Couldn't tell if Wells got a piece of it as it deflects out of play off the protective netting. And the whistle blows with 2:05 left in the first. Well, good look by Briley Wood there as he was at the right point, found himself a good shooting angle and fired away. I got to imagine once Briley Wood gets adjusted to the speed of the pro game, well, he's going to score goals in bunches. And he's one of those guys, he can score in a lot of different varieties. He can score from the circle on a one-timer, and he can also get out in front of the net and collect rebounds and redirections. Grizzlies win the draw. 2 minutes left in the first period. Right side, Fairbrother with a shot, and that sticked away. I think Orzek got a piece of it. Now Wood behind the net, the big 6'3" forward. He tried to get towards Messner. Messner in the corner chips it up top along the near wall. A battle continues as Gallant was in the area. Now to the left side. Lefty shot. Saved by Wells. And he holds on. That was taken from the point. That might have been James Scher. We couldn't get a good look at the shooter, but Wells makes a stop with 1:44 left in the first. We're tied at 1 as Adam Berg scored 3:08 in. Braden Watts on a pretty nice move scored 16:10 in with Andrew Nilsson and Kyle Krenkovic getting the assists. Gallant will take the draw, the Western Michigan product, second full season as a pro. Messner's to his right, and we believe Wood to his left. Utah wins the draw, skating 5-on-5. Left point, lefty shot. Saved by Wells as he absorbed it around his stomach. Once again, couldn't tell the shooter, but that might have been James Scher once again. Scher, the University of Calgary product, who's in his third full season as a pro. Scher has really been strong for the Grizzlies. This is his second stint with the club. Last year he was in the EIHL. As Allen wins the draw, they skate from right to left as Watts will bank it off the near boards. Puck up opposite the Utah line. Allen gathers it. They skate towards the far side, try to feed it out in front. It goes wide as Grizzlies will come back the other way, skating from left to right. Rink wide pass connects to Gallant. Gallant skates down the middle. He's a good skater. He gets taken off the puck as he got knocked down. As Gallant gets back to his feet, Allen gets it back to the Utah line where the Grizzlies reset in a white jersey with white helmets tonight. As Grizzlies will pitch it out to the left side, and Utah eventually dumps it in. Grizz will reshuffle the deck personnel-wise with 1 minute left in the first. We're tied at 1. As the Americans, in their specialty jersey, will move a long-range pass out to the Utah line, and the pass went right to a Grizzly. As Dashke dances around, he's in the slot, now moves to the near side, drops it, as Grizzlies almost occupying some time in their own zone as if it were setting up a power play. As a pass long range will deflect out of play with 39.4 seconds left in the first. James Hardy's been active in the first period as they show him. He's up to at least 3 shots here in the first 20 minutes. Faceoff's going to be at center ice. Beal will take it. He's out with Aragon and Fitz. Beal wins the draw. Dashke across to Yoon near the Utah blue line. Blue line to blue line pass will bounce off a stick as looked like Beal got taken off the play. Beal will skate back to neutral ice where Fitz will enter as Allen took it away as Fitz was skating towards the corner. Now around the net, Americans bobble it. Fitz delivers a good shoulder check on Liam Gorman. As the Americans along the near side, Beal tries to hack it away from Kulikov. Kulikov gets it back to the near corner or the far side for Orzek. 10 seconds left in the period. As Allen will slice it towards the middle. They're still in their own zone. Long-range pass to the right side will glance off the stick. Shield plays behind his net, and that will do it for 20 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. As Adam Berg in his first shift to start his second stint as a Grizzly signed yesterday after starting the season in the EIHL with the Nottingham Panthers. Berg scored from the right wing with Fairbrother and Nielsen getting the assist. Interestingly enough, in Nottingham, one of Adam Berg's teammates was Logan Nilsson, the brother of current Grizzly forward Cade Nilsson. And Gianni Fairbrother has been an Americans killer. He's really destroyed Allen so far this season. It's only 10 periods that Fairbrother has played against Allen this year, and he already has 4 goals and 2 assists. So pretty evenly played first period, although Allen, I believe, did have a strong shot advantage in the first 20 minutes of play. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes statistically, and we'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports. Good start for the Grizzlies as they played pretty well the first 10 minutes or so, but Allen responded with a tying goal as a couple of their best players combined on a move. Nilsson with the centering pass and Watts with a pretty impressive shot as he picked up his 5th goal of the season. We'll come back and talk some hockey on the other side. It's the Grizzlies won and the Americans won after 20 minutes in the second of a 3-game set over in Allen, Texas. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
First intermission over in Allen, Texas, and we're tied at 1 between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. Well, Gianni Fairbrother had the puck in the right point. His shot got blocked. Adam Berg gathered it. He was in the right circle, and he fired away and got it past Dylan Wells. And for Adam Berg, that might have been his first shift. I believe it was. In his second stint with the Grizzlies, he played in 50 games with Utah last season. He started the year with the Cincinnati Cyclones last season, got traded to the Grizzlies. And he was a pretty impactful performer for the Grizzlies last season, playing a strong two-way game. Berg displayed a lot of speed last season. It looks like he hasn't lost a step. If anything, he got a little bit faster this year. And he scored 3:08 into the first period with Fairbrother and Cade Nilsson picking up the assist. And for Nilsson, that is his second assist of the season. And for Fairbrother, we mentioned it a few times. He's really done a great job against Allen. He gets his third assist of the season and second against the Americans. Berg scored 3:08 in to give Utah a 1-0 lead. At one point, the shots were pretty close to even. In fact, it looked like Utah and Allen at one point were tied at 6 shots apiece. Something happened in the second half of the first period as the Americans ended up with 15 shots and the Grizzlies had 8. So in the second half of the first period, Allen did have a pretty strong advantage. Andrew Nilsson looks like he's pretty active and engaged tonight. Nilsson displaying a lot of energy for Allen. He got the puck in the near corner of the offensive zone, centered it to Watts. Watts kind of spun around, did a backhand move, and it was a pretty impressive goal as he got his 5th of the year with Andrew Nilsson and Kyle Krinkovic getting the assist. And really, it seems like the guys that have gotten the damage against the Grizzlies have been top-line guys. You know, you think about Tahoe's best forwards getting the best of the Grizzlies on Sunday and Wednesday. Really, it was the forward line of Brodzinski, Asachuk, getting most of the damage against the Grizzlies. Braden Watts with the game winner. And so it's really been the top forwards that have gotten the job done against the Grizzlies, the top forwards on their respective teams. And for Allen, it was their top forward line getting it done, 16-10 in, with Watts getting his 5th goal of the year. Nilsson got his 4th assist, and Krinkovic also with his 4th helper of the year. There wasn't a single penalty in the first period, nor were there that many that you thought could have been called that weren't. As even though there's 2 referees and 2 linesmen tonight, both teams played a pretty disciplined first period. The referees are Ryan Siegel and Marc-Olivier Faneuf. The linesmen are Daniel Barnes and Aaron Schacht. It's not that unusual for the Grizzlies to play a penalty-free game, as after all, the Grizzlies are the least penalized team by a pretty good margin through 8 games this season. The Grizzlies are only averaging 7.7 penalty minutes per game. And remember, the Grizzlies do have 3 fighting majors to their credit this season as well. And those penalty minutes add up pretty quickly. So Utah's been a pretty disciplined team. And if you can combine, that disciplined play with playing hard, sometimes you're just going to get penalties just by playing hard. So you're not, sometimes you'd like to see a couple penalties because that does, kind of show that the effort's there. But, the effort has been there. The Grizzlies have just been pretty disciplined. As for Allen, they have 126 penalty minutes through 9 games. They tell you not to do math on the air. That's probably about 13 or 14 penalty minutes per game. And Allen normally year in and year out are among the top in terms of most penalty minutes in the league. So Allen playing a pretty disciplined style as well. Both teams, Allen's been a little bit better on the penalty kill this year than the Grizzlies, but both teams have generally struggled on the penalty kill. So I imagine it's a concerted effort by both coaches to instruct their players to stay out of the penalty box. It's going to be an interesting second period. As we mentioned, the Grizzlies probably had the advantage and played better in the first half of the first period, but then shots-wise and scoring chances, Allen probably had the better of Utah in the second half of the period. So we'll see what happens in the second. Can the Grizzlies utilize their speed? And the Grizzlies, which had been a pretty fast team to start the year, and really that's one of the things that Ryan Kanasowicz likes to have is a fast team. And then you just add one of the faster forwards from last year and Adam Berg, bring him back to the mix. But the Grizzlies team speed is there. If they can get out in open ice and kind of utilize that speed and play as fast as they have been. And we saw a couple of weeks ago where the Grizzlies had some games, Rapid City, and maybe even when Allen was at Maverick Center a couple of weeks ago, where the Grizzlies were able to utilize their speed because the defenseman did a great job of getting the puck up ice. So we'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes. Allen really has done a good job countering that by challenging the Grizzlies defensemen and forcing them to kind of hold on to the puck a little bit longer and really just kind of making the Grizzlies work to get the puck out to neutral ice. And you got to credit Allen for that. But for the Grizzlies, if they can find a way to make that first pass get to neutral ice and really utilize their team's speed skating north-south, they can end up doing a lot of damage in the next 40 minutes. So after one period, it's the Grizzlies 1 and the Americans 1. In terms of shots, Grizzlies only had 8 in the first period, and there wasn't a single guy that had more than 1 in the first frame. Obviously, Berg scored the goal. Also with 1 shot was Armstrong, Yoon, Messner, Wood, Lebster with a shot, as well as Gallant and James Shearer. For Allen, in their 15 shots, James Hardy and Braden Watts each had 3. Andrew Nilsson and Liam Gorman had 2 shots each, and then 5 other Americans with 1 shot through 20 minutes. Both goaltenders are pretty good. Schill saved 14 of 15. Dylan Wells saved 7 of 8. We'll come back and go over some other league scores, and we'll also check in on those living the dream, and we'll go over some NHL scores as well. First intermission over in Allen, Texas. It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Americans 1.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
First intermission over in Allen, Texas. We're tied at 1 between the Grizzlies and Americans. Other action in the league. It doesn't look like any game has gone to final as of yet. Early third period, Adirondack leads Reading 2-1. After 2 periods, Atlanta and Jacksonville are tied at 1. Kalamazoo leads Fort Wayne 4-1. That game with 13 minutes left in the third period. Kyle Mayhew, the former Grizzly defenseman, doesn't have any points, but how about the start that Mayhew has had this season? Mayhew, who was second team All-ECHL with the Grizzlies last year, he leads all league defensemen with 13 points this season, 3 goals and 10 assists. And we saw what he could do. It's just the unfortunate part of hockey in terms of, he's about 5'8", and unfortunately, that's probably the only thing that's keeping him in this league. He is an AHL talent, and really, if he were about 6 feet 2 inches tall, he might not even be an AHL player. He'd probably be in the National Hockey League. But it's good to see Kyle Mayhew doing some good things with the Fort Wayne Comets this year. Early third period, Trois-Rivières leads Maine 2-0. Early third period, Toledo and Norfolk are tied at 1. Norfolk is in first place in the North Division with 15 standings points. Former Grizzly goaltender Joe Canada gets the start for the Admirals, and so far he has saved 15 of 16. Canada was the Grizzly starting goaltender in the 2018-2019 season. Second intermission, South Carolina leads Worcester 5-1. Just getting underway in the third, Indy and Wheeling are tied at 1. Indy's going to be the Grizzlies' next opponent at Maverick Center. And get your tickets 12 days from now, the day before Thanksgiving. The Grizzlies will start a 3-game series with the Indy Fuel. Indy has 2 former Grizzlies on their current roster, and they include Nathan Burke and Luke Salem. Neither guy's done anything tonight. It'll be interesting to see those 2 in action when the Grizzlies take on the Indy Fuel. And Wednesday, November 27th is going to be the next home game. And then the 2 days after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, there's a special ticket offer. AFCU Fridays, where tickets are just $12 for anybody utilizing their AFCU debit or credit card to the Maverick Center box office. Well, it appears on Black Friday. That deal applies to everybody for 1 week only. So you can get the $12 tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com or by going to the Maverick Center box office. Enjoy some Grizzlies hockey here at Maverick Center as the tradition continues as the Grizzlies celebrate their 30th season of professional hockey in the state of Utah. Other action in the league, the Cincinnati Cyclones are looking for their first victory of the season. They are 0-6-3, and halfway through the second period, Cincinnati leads Bloomington 2-1. Early second period, no score between Wichita and Iowa. The Grizzlies will get very familiar with Wichita next week as they have a 3-game set in 3 days. Actually, it's going to be a 3-game and 3-day set, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. 2 other games, one getting underway is Rapid City and Idaho. That will start in about 10 minutes. And in about an hour and a half over at Tahoe Blue Event Center, Tulsa is at the Tahoe Night Monsters. Tulsa is 6-3-1 this year. Tahoe is 5-2-1. We'll come back and go over some NHL scores on the other side. 5 games in the NHL tonight. And we'll have second period action over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center as Adam Berg scored Utah's goal 3:08 in. Braden Watts responded late in the first period as he picked up his 5th of the season for the Americans. We got a good game over in Allen, Texas. We'll describe the second period the best we can on the other side. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
First intermission tied at 1 between the Grizzlies and the Americans. 5 NHL games tonight. 1 is in progress. Second intermission, Columbus leads Pittsburgh 3-2. At 7 o'clock, the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, take on the Washington Capitals. We mentioned it during the first period. Earlier today, former Grizzly goaltender Trent Miner got called up to the Avalanche from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. He had an outstanding first month with the Eagles. It looked like Georgiev is day-to-day with an injury, so Georgiev couldn't dress. Annanen's the starting goaltender for the Avalanche, and Trent Miner is the backup tonight as the 9-8 Avalanche take on the 10-4-1 Washington Capitals. The Capitals will be at downtown. They will take on the Utah Hockey Club on Monday night, and Alex Ovechkin will be in the state of Utah playing hockey for the first time ever. So it'll be fun to see Alex Ovechkin in action. That's 3 days from now downtown, and Washington's off to a good start this season. Also at 7 o'clock downtown, Vegas, and their 10-4-2 record takes on the 7-6-3 Utah Hockey Club. Also at 7 o'clock, Nashville is at Calgary, and at 8 o'clock, Detroit is at Anaheim. We'll come back in 1 minute and have second period action, as Allen did outshoot Utah 15-8 in the first period. But the Grizzlies are tied as Adam Berg scored 3:08 in. Allen did take 8 of the last 9 shots on goal in the first period. Braden Watts scored for Allen late in the frame. We'll talk about the second period on the other side. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from...
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. We're about set for second period action as Dylan Wells stretches out in front of his crease. Wells in the first period stopped 7 of 8. And on the Utah side, Adam Schill saved 14 of 15 in the first period. The backup goaltender for the Grizzlies is Vinny Duplessis, as earlier today, Jake Barcheski was called up to the AHL's Colorado Eagles, essentially taking the place of Trent Miner, who got called up to the Avalanche, and Miner is the backup for Annanen for the Avalanche against Washington tonight. The lights are out over in Allen, Texas. Now they turn them on as we'll be set for second period action. It's military night over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. It looks like the Americans are doing a good job celebrating the night. Grizzlies to start the second period. I believe it's the same 5 that started the game, which is Aragon, Fitz, and Buell, with a defensive pairing of Gianni Fairbrother and James Shearer. For Allen, it's probably going to be Ryan Gagnon and Andrew Nelson to start the second period with Duart, Brodzinski, and James Hardy. As we're 10 seconds into the second period, action goes deep into the Allen zone. Grizzlies skate from right to left in the period. Grizzlies will fire it from the left point, and Wells makes a save. 15 seconds into the second, we're tied at 1. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Face-offs in the left circle. Buell will take it for the Grizzlies. He's got Fitz to his left and Aragon to his right. For Allen, it is Mark Duart, who scored an empty netter on Wednesday. Linesman drops the puck. Nobody moves. As linesman says, my bad, we'll do it again. Buell's been a strong addition to the Grizzlies. First-year pro, 3 goals this season, all of them assisted by Fitz. Utah wins the face-off. Shear over to Fitz, one-timer, and that's kicked away by Wells. As Fitz had a pretty good look as he'll backhand it towards the near corner. Grizzlies battle as Buell avoids a check, but got held up just a little bit. Now he gets knocked down as Allen comes back the other way. Allen 3-on-3. Gagnon steps over the line, stops on the right point, and he'll shuffle the puck towards the near corner as Duart gives Fitz a good hip check. Fitz gets the puck, gets it towards Buell. Buell slides it over to the right side. Now back to Fairbrother. He skates towards the right side. Fairbrother will take a lefty shot, and it goes wide as the puck glides to the near side off the screen. A Grizzly chases down and gets it. As now the puck's deep into the Allen zone, and the arm is raised by the linesman. Puck was off the screen for about 10 seconds as the puck just kept going from one coast to the other. And it looks like icing is on the Grizzlies 59 seconds into the second period, or at least we think. As Kulikov skates over, looks like the teams are going to, the draw's going to be at center ice. So it looks like it was going to be icing, and then after the officials talked it over, they decided to have the draw be at center ice. Asachuk will take it for Allen against Cole Gallant. Asachuk, who wins about 55% of his faceoffs, he wins it for the Americans. Allen skating from left to right as they're in their own zone. Turnover. Grizzlies gather it. Gallant along the near goal line, tried to center it. It's poked away as Wood was trying to accept it, and Allen jabbed it away from him. As the Americans skate around their own net, as they'll feed it along the near wall, as Allen trying to push it towards Krenkovic. Watt's got a stick in there. As Krenkovic loses his stick, Wood in the attack zone, drops it for Dashke. Lefty shot goes wide, and now it goes to Wood, who gets DeGlant near goal line, trying to feather it out in front to Messner. As puck stays along the side of the net, Grizzlies feed it out in front, right side, righty shot, saved by Wells. Rebound goes towards the near boards. Dashke hustles, gets the loose puck, and he gets taken off it in the near corner. Allen gathers it. They skate behind their own net. Both teams will spread the ice. We're about 2 minutes into the second period. We're tied at 1. Grizzlies have had the puck in the offensive zone for most of the first 2 minutes of this period. Long-range pass down the middle connects as Allen gets it to Krenkovic. He's on the right side. He'll push it across. Allen skates towards the far circle, now far goal line. Righty shot hits the side of the net. Grizzlies hustle after along the near boards. Armstrong will push it ahead. Lebster will step over the offensive blue line. Skates horizontally, but lost the puck. Allen, right wing, will skate in, stopping as Watts along the boards. He'll saucer it towards the high slot. Now down the middle, Kulikov will take a shot, and he scores. And the Americans have taken a 2-1 lead. Puck ended up in the high slot as Allen just pushed it ahead and couldn't quite tell who that was that got the shot off. Might have been Mike Van Oenen. Actually, it was Asachuk. Spencer Asachuk gets the goal. It's his third of the season, and the Americans take a 2-1 lead. The Allen fans chant red, red as they play their goal song. Asachuk got the puck, and it just looked like he fired it right under Adam Shields' right arm. So Spencer Asachuk gets his third of the year. It's his 12th season as a member of the Allen Americans. Allen wins the draw at center ice, and Allen leads 2-1, 2.5 minutes into the second period. As the Americans back deep in their own zone. As Allen's had a pretty strong shot advantage over the Grizzlies here tonight. As Allen will lumber out to new tries. Right wing pass connects. The Americans, Nolan Orzek skates the right circle. Shot saved by Schill. Rebound goes to Utah. Grizzlies to the right side, step over center ice, and they skate over the line. Utah chasing after it on the wide shot saved by Wells. As the Americans skate towards the far side. 3 minutes into the second period, everybody looks like ants. They show an extreme wide shot on Flow Sports. As an American spills at center ice, Grizzlies. Dylan Fitz over the line. Now back towards the middle from the right side. Lefty shot saved by Wells. A Grizzly player gets pushed into the net. I believe that was Buell. The net gets dislodged. Fairbrother is in front of the net, as well as Mike Van Oenen and Liam Gorman. Play is stopped with 16:39 left in the second. Orzek's on one knee. It looks like he got banged up a little bit. As they put the peg back in place. Boy, Grizzlies had a pretty good look there as they were able to get a centering pass in. But it stays a 2-1 Allen lead. Doesn't look like there's a penalty either way, as the whistle probably blew because the net came out of its moorings. So it's 2-1 Allen. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. Asachuk scored 2:27 in with Krenkovic and Watts getting the assist. And once again, it's the big guns that have hurt the Grizzlies. For Allen, it's their top forward line that gets the job done, giving them a lead early in the second period. Allen wins the draw. They'll lumber out to new tries as it taps off the skate. Puck goes back to Grizzlies territory. Sure, right wings a pass out to Fairbrother, stops at the Allen line, and he'll whip it around the boards. As the Grizzlies skate towards the near side, Manning will curl it across. Grizzlies over on the right side, just outside the circle. Utah drops it for Fairbrother. Fairbrother on the far side, the former third-round pick from Montreal. Skates on the far goal line. He gets dragged down. Grizzlies still in control of the puck as he centered out to Buell. Shot goes wide as Buell got back-checked, and he couldn't really get much of a shot off. Sure, will bank it off the far board, the end wall. Buell couldn't get this bouncing puck as the puck flips high into the air. I imagine it almost hits the roof, and it bounces deep in the Grizzlies zone, and icing is on Allen with 15:51 left in the second. So Allen will have to keep the same five on the ice. Dakota Seaman being shown number 70. It's the first time he's played against the Grizzlies wearing number 70 as he's in the lineup, replacing Harrison Blaisdell, who was a scratch. We mentioned the scratches for the Grizzlies. Forwards Blake Wells, Nick Pastorius, and Reed Morrison, as well as defensemen Chase Hartje and Kyle Powell. Gallant will take the draw against Liam Gorman. Gorman's a good face-off center, and he wins the draw as Allen will sky it into the Grizzly zone. Utah gets it back at their line. Dashke to Yoon, tapping off the near wall, looking for Wood, who drops it for Gallant. Gallant steps over the attack line, fakes it to Messner. Gallant now gets to Dashke, left side, shot is blocked. It looked like it ricocheted off a teammate, and that was Wood. Dashke, sharp-angled shot, hits the side of the net. Now Dashke gets around two Americans skating around the net. He feeds up top to Yoon, who gets it back towards Dashke, who couldn't get the skipping puck as he'll hustle after the loose puck. He gets spun around by Allen. As the Americans skate around the net, taking control of the puck, as the Americans will saucer it and helicopter it all the way to the Utah line, as Yoon will direct it back to the near side. Grizzlies throw it deeper into their own zone. Dashke back around the wall, far side. Yoon couldn't hustle after it enough to get it. As a scrum in the Grizzly zone over in the far point. Two Grizzlies hacking away along with some Americans. Utah comes out with a puck. Dashke, long-range pass, looking for Messner, goes wide. Messner, right side, gets the puck, backhand shot, saved by Wells. As Messner's got 3 goals and 4 assists this season, looking for his 4th goal of the year, as Allen leads 2-1, 5.5 minutes into the third period. Bouncing puck, crowded by Allen, as he'll step over the line, right side. Lefty shot, saved by Shield. That was taken by Nilsson. Andrew Nilsson, who's got an assist tonight. Grizzlies over the attack line as they veer off to the right. Grizzlies look to center to Armstrong. It goes between his legs onto the near point for Jensen, who rolls along the boards. Armstrong gets blasted behind Allen's net. Grizzlies near side. Dunn centers it. It's picked off by Allen, and they clear it out. Jensen backhands it ahead. Grizzlies get it back to Jensen. He skates down the middle. Now push it ahead to Manning. Manning steps over the attack line, gets to Lebster. Lebster to the high slot. Grizzlies fire towards the net. It goes wide as Utah's Craig Armstrong is probably hoping for a redirection as we get a whistle as the puck might have gone out of play off the protective netting. 13 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second period. Spencer Asachuk scored 2.5 minutes into the second as the Americans lead the Grizzlies 2-1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh forever.
Minutes, 50 seconds left in the second period. Allen leads 2-1. The Grizzlies have a 6-3 shot advantage in the second period. Allen total leads the Grizzlies 18-14 in the shot count. We haven't had a single penalty tonight, which is a little bit odd. Attendance has already been counted at Allen, Texas. 3,102, 3102 over in Allen, Texas. I imagine There's a lot of people that are watching football, and the Americans' crowds do get bigger once the football season ends, and that's really true of a lot of minor league hockey teams. Cade Nilsson's played a good game. He'll take the draw against Mark Duerts. Offensive draw for the Grizzlies, won by Nilsson. Puck goes up top, Shearer. Lefty shot goes wide. As Grizzlies over in the near point, get it back towards the middle. One-timer. That one's blocked away. That shot was taken by Tyson Upper, the University of Calgary product, first-year pro. As the Grizzlies to the far side, trying to get it back towards Shearer. Allen continues the battle as the puck goes to the far corner. Adam Berg is out there wearing number 19. He was going to be Grizzlies trivia, but we had mentioned a couple times that he wore number 14 last year, so I have to come up with a different trivia question. Nilsson over towards Upper. He gets cut off along the near wall by Hudson Wilson. 2-on-2 scrum. Puck goes up top to Fairbrother. He dances around to the left point. Now he fires towards the net, and that gets blocked. Now to the right side. Grizzlies fire lefty shot. Saved by Wells. Now the puck goes back towards the middle. Allen will sky it all the way into the Grizzlies zone as the puck bounced and probably put a dent in the ice. Fairbrother runs it down. Gets it towards Upper. As Upper will outlet it to center ice. Pass goes tape to Fitz. He'll move it to the right side off the boards for Fairbrother. He skates the right side. Lefty shot. That's blocked away. And the puck ricochets out of play as Fairbrother continues to be active for the Grizzlies against the Americans this season. 12:47 left in the second. Grizzlies will get an offensive zone draw. Utah with a lot of those stretch passes trying to utilize their speed, and some of those passes have connected here in the second period. We'll see if the Grizzlies can get one here to tie it up as Cameron Buell will take the drives, get Aragon to his right and Fitz to his left. Up top is Dashke and Yoon. Draw one by Allen. They skate around their net to the far side. Americans will curl it out to center. Grizzlies' Cameron Buell will drive it back in. Racing after it's Fitz trying to one-hand it in the far corner as he gets pushed. Buell takes the play, feeds up top to Yoon. Yoon shoulder fakes, right side, righty shot. Rebound goes to the Americans as Utah was hacking away at Wells. Puck still alive, right side. Krenkovic over the line, right side. Gets it across to Asachuk, who has a glance off his skate. Asachuk skates towards the corner, throws it behind his net to Watts. Now the puck will bounce to Utah in the slot. Carrying it out to Neutrais is Aragon. He'll bounce off the near wall, and he gets it back as he skated around Orzek. As Aragon towards Fitz, back to Aragon, left side shot, saved by Wells. Puck on a rebound shot, goes over the crossbar. Utah skates to the near side. Grizz in the attack zone. As we're 8 minutes into the second period, Dashke slides along the boards. Right side, Grizzlies chip it back to the corner. Centering pass out to Dashke as he was cutting towards the net, goes behind him. As all the way out to the near circle as Adam Shield to cut it off. Grizzlies outletted to the left side. Pass goes tape to Dashke. He'll throw it to the high slot. Righty shot is blocked away as that shot was taken by Wood. Wood will throw it to the far wing boards. Nobody was home but an American. Rink wide pass connects to Krenkovic. He throws to the middle. Puck lifts about 5 feet in the air. It bounces in the slot. Skating around the net's Janelle. He gets cut off by Gallant. Jensen in the area. Puck to the near side. Loose puck goes to Utah. Is getting there a step before an American was Mick Messner. Allen at Neutrais chips it back onto Shield, who pads it away towards Jensen. Jensen, hot pass ahead to Gallant. That connects. Grizzlies get it back towards Gallant. Across to Messner. He swings and misses as Messner on the momentum ran into Wells. As somebody wants to fight Messner as Wells back to his feet. As the Americans over the offensive line, they center it to Braden Guy, who backhands it towards the net. It goes wide. Allen sharp angle shot saved by Shield. As the Americans over to the right side, Gagnon will lift it out to the far corner. Puck stays in play. Grizzlies take it away. Utah will backhand it to center ice. Allen will throw it back in. Running after the puck and getting it's Jensen as he'll carry it off the near boards. Puck ricochets off the end wall. Lebster chasing after it. Would have been a delayed offside, though, as the Grizzlies let Allen touch it up. The Americans will carry it out to center ice. Allen negotiates their way into the attack zone. High slot. Kulikov, lefty shot. Glove saved by Shield. He holds on with 10:13 left in the second. Allen still leads Utah 2-1. Ryland Van Unen looking things over. We're going to do Grizzlies trivia. The trivia question was going to be, but I'd already spoiled it a few times, was Adam Berg's number with the Grizzlies last year. It was number 14. So here's the trivia question. What was Adam Berg's jersey number with the Nottingham Panthers earlier this season? He played 9 games. What jersey number did he wear? I think it might be the same one he wore with Cincinnati. I'm not sure. But that's a trivia question. What was Adam Berg's number with Nottingham in the EIHL earlier this season? Grizzlies on the attack. They step over the offensive line. Grizzlies tried to center it to Nilsson, and that goes wide. Like Cade Nilsson's really been impressive. He's out there with Upper and the aforementioned Adam Berg. As Dakota Seaman rolls it along the boards, Shield plays it behind the net. Grizzlies get it towards, I think, Shearer as he gets back checked by Allen. Grizzlies out to center ice and throwing it into the far corner is Nilsson. As Nilsson comes off the ice, good hard-working shift by Nilsson and Berg. Crossing center ice, Dakota Seaman will loft it in. He chases after it. Grizzlies get their first all. Seaman looks like he's got pretty good speed as he closed the gap instantly on Dashke. The Americans trying to throw it to the middle. It bounced off the skate. Now Seaman's got it on the left side. He'll take a righty shot, and that goes wide. Seaman, a first-year pro, still looking for his first pro goal. As the Americans skate around Utah's net, Dashke delivers a hit and divorces Allen from the puck. Dashke will carry it out to center ice. He crosses the center red, and he'll chip it in. Puck along the far boards. Cutting it off behind the net was Wells, but he lets it go off his stick. Right side, lefty shot, saved by Wells. Rebound, Grizzlies couldn't get the second chance as Buell was held up by an American. I think that might be the first penalty of the game. 8:58 left in the second period. Brzezinski's frustrated. Buell was looking for a rebound attempt, and he lost his balance. The Americans kind of pushed him across. Mark Dewart can't believe it. He's in his second season in this league. He played with Rapid City last year. Dewart gets 2 minutes as Cameron Buell drew the penalty. Dewart shakes his head back and forth. Grizzlies will be on the power play for the first time tonight. 8:58 left in the second period. It's the Americans 2 and the Grizzlies 1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Maverick's new Bean to Cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
8 minutes, 58 seconds left in the second period. Mark Dewart gets 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty, 11:02 into the second period. It is the first power play for the Grizzlies tonight. They're an even 16% on the power play this season, as Utah is 4 for 25. Allen's penalty kill this year is 77.5%. Draw's going to be over on the near side. I wish we had a close enough look to where you can identify the players out there. Looks like it might be Dashke in the right point with his size. Dashke and Yoon are the two defensemen. Mick Messner will take the draw against Spencer Asachuk. He's out there with Gallant and I believe Briley Wood. Allen wins the face-off. They skate from left to right as they'll slice it all the way towards Adam Shield. Dashke tried to cut it off and neutralize, but it just glanced off his stick. Yoon gets it from Shield. He skates around his net. Yoon 2 goals this season will drop it for Gallant. Gallant across to Dashke. He steps over the offensive line, gets to Messner. Messner dances around on the left point over to Wood. He's on the right side. He'll pivot, and now he'll skate back towards the circle. Wood drops it for Yoon as it rattled off the far boards. Pass ended up a little bit soft. Dashke over to the left side. Gallant back towards Dashke. One-timer. That goes wide as he missed the net. Glove side on Wells, and the Americans will clear it all the way out. 1:17 and counting left in the power play. Yoon races to neutralize. He's got great speed, great skater. As Yoon to neutralize, got back checked. He loses control of the puck, and Allen clears it all the way back towards Shield again. Dashke gets the loose puck on the far side as he gets back checked. Allen took it away from him. Backhand shot. A save by Shield. He can't find it. Wood gathers it. Boy, Allen just picked Dashke's pocket, and a crafty shot almost got past Shield. Grizzlies in control of the puck. As Fairbrother gets back checked, he crosses center ice. Grizzlies did make a line change as Fairbrother was looking for Manning. Pass rattled off an Allen stick. We get a whistle as there is some action near the Grizzlies bench. Well, I don't know if Utah was trying to get some people on and off, and there was too many. Hard to really tell. 7:38 left in the second as they show Andrew Nilsson, the veteran defenseman. They show Ryan Gagnon. All 2 minutes are on the board as Looks like Bell Aragon. Robbie Bell Aragon gets his first penalty as an American, as he'll sit with Dewart in the penalty box. And here's a critical sequence in the game. 7:38 left in the second, and the Grizzlies will have a 5-on-3 power play for 40 seconds. With everybody huddled up near the Grizzlies bench, looks like Utah has taken their one timeout. Ryan Kanasowicz sees this as a critical opportunity to tie up the game, and Coach Kanasowicz has used his timeout as he is talking with, I imagine, his top line. To start the power play was Dashke and Yoon. Now we'll see, can it be Briley Wood getting a power play goal? Who's going to be the go-to guy for the Grizzlies here on the 5-on-3? So Ryan Kanasowicz, usually, you think about a critical sequence. This is only the second period, and it looks like it might be a close game throughout. But Ryan Kanasowicz looks at this being the opportunity. With the Grizzlies with a 5-on-3 power play, this is the golden opportunity to get a goal, get positive momentum, not only tying the game, but seeing if he can find a way in the next 40 seconds, with it being a 5-on-3, you score a goal and you stay on the power play after that. So can the Grizzlies get something here in the next 40 seconds? As the draw is going to be the Allen zone. Didn't know what the penalty, Bell Aragon got the penalty. Unfortunately, we never did see the signal from the referee to signal what it was. According to the ECHL app, 2 minutes for tripping. Robbie Bell Aragon, 12:22 into the second period. Messner will take the draw against Asachuk, and the draw bounced off of Messner's skate onto Wells, who covers up. And so that took 2 seconds off the clock. There's now 7:35 left in the second. As I wish we could get a shot to figure out who the other Grizzlies players are. Ryan Gagnon is one of 3 Americans on the ice. Gallant's out there. Can't see who's to the Briley Woods Briley Woods taking the draw, so Messner's out there to the right side. Up top is Yoon and Dashke, and we get a whistle as linesman will do it over again. Woods kicked out of the circle, and looks like Mick Messner will take the draw for the Grizz. Messner crouches down. He played at Wisconsin and Merrimack, second year with the Grizzlies. Messner wins the draw. Up top, Yoon. Over to Dashke. He's on the right side. He dangles back and forth. Now he gets to Yoon. He feeds to the near goal line. Grizzlies get it as Gallant skates towards his right. He'll direct it to the far goal line. It bounced off a Messner skate onto an American, and they clear it out. 20 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Grizzlies will continue with the power play even after Dewart comes out of the box. Right wing pass connects. Grizzlies skate towards the far goal line as they drop it back for Yoon. Over to Dashke in the high slot. Back to Yoon. Yoon, high slot, righty shot, and a score! Yoon was in the area, and there was some traffic. Couldn't tell if it got redirected, but it's a 5-on-3 power play goal as Brian Yoon gets his third of the year, and we're tied at 2. And as we mentioned, scoring on the 5-on-3, 4 seconds left in the 5-on-3. That's huge because even if Dewart comes out of the box after the Grizzlies goal, the Grizzlies will stay on the power play for another minute and 24 seconds. So the Grizzlies get their 5th power play goal of the season, and it looked like it was Brian Yoon firing away from the high slot. A lot of traffic. Wood was really doing a good job screening Wells. Wells really had no vision, and that's because Briley Wood was standing in front of the net unimpeded. So Yoon's going to get the goal, but boy, you got to give credit to Briley Wood for standing in front of the net, as Wells did not have good vision on the shot from the slot. Allen clears it out. We're about a minute left in the power play. 5-on-4s. We're tied at 2. Grizzlies will skate towards the near side, and that's Fairbrother. He'll bank it off the near wall for Manning. He'll get to the right side. Grizzlies over the line. Utah skates towards the far corner. Lebster trying to chip it back up top, and Allen took it away. But Allen trying to carry it out of the zone themselves. Grizzlies build a wall and stop him at the point. Now Allen on the back check. Grizzlies with a penalty as Allen lost their stick. And the Grizzlies are going to touch up. It's going to be a penalty on the Grizzlies as Allen intercepted a pass near the Allen blue line. And the Grizzlies, I think that was Lebster, hooked Allen from behind, took their stick away, and then Allen, who would have had a breakaway, but the American didn't have a stick, and so they just tried to kind of kick it ahead, and then the Grizzlies were able to touch up the puck. I think that was Lebster. We couldn't tell who was going to the box, as it looked like it was Dewart that might have intercepted the pass, and then he lost the puck, and it was Reed Webster that committed the penalty, and that was a great penalty because the Americans would have had a breakaway shorthanded coming back the other way. So Webster gets the penalty, 2 minutes, probably a hook or something like that. We didn't see the official signal. 6 minutes and 8 seconds are left in the second period. We'll skate 4-on-4 for 31 seconds. Grizzlies have not scored a goal 4-on-4 yet this season. However, they haven't allowed one 4-on-4 either. But this is an opportunity, especially if the Grizzlies can win the draw in their own zone. They can utilize their speed. And they've got some fast guys on the ice now with Buell out there with Yoon and Dashke. As Yoon's kicked out of the circle. And taking the draw is Adam Berg. Berg's a speedy one as well. Second full season as a pro. Berg wins the draw, gets it towards Yoon. Yoon trying to get to Dashke behind Utah's net. He lets it go to the near corner. Buell battles with a couple Americans. Allen comes out with it. Janelle up top to Orzek. He dangles in the high slot, gets around Buell. He'll feed it to the far circle as Allen skates around Utah's net. As the Americans, Mike Van Unen will reverse his field back to the far side, and he lost the puck. Grizzlies skate from right to left with speed. Dashke over the line. He gets held up along the right shoulder as the puck goes to the near corner. Allen comes up with it. As coming out of the box is Robbie Bell Aragon, and now Allen will be on a power play for the first time tonight for 1:22. The Americans step over the attack line, and they'll dump it in. Shield behind the net, throws to the far side. Grizzlies clear it all the way out. Wells behind his net will outlet it to his line near side. As Brzezinski will drop it. As Allen's Andrew Nelson will break it for another American. That's Krenkovic over to Brzezinski over the line. I tried to throw it to the middle for Asachuk. He couldn't handle it. Allen gets it back near goal line. Brzezinski throws it towards the middle. Lefty shot is blocked away before it got to Shield. Grizzlies get the rebound, and they clear it out. About 40 seconds left in the power plays. Webster's in the box for the Grizz. We're tied at 2. Both teams have scored a first period and second period goal. Brzezinski over the line to the high slot, glanced off a skate. Krenkovic back to Brzezinski, who tried to find a cutter out in front of the net. The puck goes back to the high slot. Now to Krenkovic. As Krenkovic got to Asachuk, who tried to find somebody out in front of the net. Pass goes wide. As over in the far corner, sharp angled shot saved by Shield. As 15 seconds are left in the power play as Shield covers up. 4:23 left in the second. As both teams will change things up here late in the Allen power play. Spencer Asachuk scored 2:27 into the second period with Krenkovic and Watts getting the assists. Brian Yoon scored a 5-on-3 power play goal with Dashke and Gallant getting the assist. So Dashke now has 7 assists this season, which leads the Grizzlies. And Cole Gallant now has 6 assists this season. Briley Wood will take the draw against Bell Aragon. The Fresh Prince of Bell Aragon is Robbie, as Allen wins the draw left side across towards Hardy. He'll feed it back to the left point as Allen behind the net. And out of the box is Reed Webster, as he'll join the play. Grizzlies with the puck. They're in their own zone. They'll slice it to the left wing. Pass connects towards Nilsson. Nilsson will saucer it to the far corner. Utah chasing after it. Grizzlies get it. They try to curl it back towards Nilsson. Puck stayed in the corner. Nilsson will skate over there to get it. He gets up top. Right side. Righty shot. Glove saved by Wells. And he holds on with 3:45 left in the second. Timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well, as we're tied at 2 late in the second period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
3:45 left in the second period. We're tied at 2. The answer to the trivia question, what was Adam Berg's number in the EIHL with the Nottingham Panthers? He wore number 39. I'm starting to think maybe he wore number 39 with the Cincinnati Cyclones when he was a member of that team. And the answer is yes, he was number 39 for the Cyclones in Cincinnati in the 2023-24 season, as well as his first taste of pro hockey, which is back in the 2022-23 campaign. Draws going to be in the Allen zone as we're tied at 2. Grizzlies got a 5-on-3 power play goal by Brian Youm, and that tied it up as Spencer Asachuk scored earlier in the period. Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 13-7 in the second frame. Allen wins the draw on their own end. They skate from left to right as the Americans try to shovel it out of the zone as Messner tries to hold the line. Armstrong comes out with the puck as he'll throw it to the near corner. Lebster runs it down. Lebster gets hit by Nilsson. 2-on-2 battle as Wells looks over his right shoulder. Grizzlies skate towards the far side. Armstrong keeps his balance. He'll bank it off the far boards for Youm. Youm high slot will take a shot. Saved by Wells. It was about the same spot where he scored the 5-on-3 goal as Lebster took a seat. Grizzlies around the net thinking about a wraparound. It was cut off by Gagnon. Utah around to the near side as Lebster pushes towards the middle. It's taken by, we believe, Riley Janelle. We're sorry we're not as specific on names, but these remote broadcasts aren't all that easy to spot. Long-range pass connects to the left wing. Allen skates towards the circle. Lefty shot goes wide. Bell Aragon rolls it around. That last shot was taken by Riley Janelle. As Allen back to the left point. Somebody off the screen gets to the corner. Janelle gets a skipping puck. As Janelle will shovel it out to the far corner. Grizzlies poke it away. Grizzlies skate around Schill's net as they'll rattle it off the near wall. As Allen will battle with Craig Armstrong. 2-on-2 battle. Lebster over there. Manning joins. Grizzlies come out with the puck as the puck went all the way to the Utah line. Grizzlies dump it back in as there's 2:18 and counting left in the second. Grizzlies make a full line change. Messner on the ice as Allen gets it with Mark Dewart. He'll throw it to the far circle. Glanced off a skate. Grizzlies skate to the near corner and backhand it over the head of Messner. And puck wobbles towards Wells. And getting it's Kulikov. Will get it across towards Wilson, who gets it one-handed away by Messner. Back to the near boards. Allen gathers it, trying to get around Messner. They pitch it to the far side. Allen will lumber out to center ice. The Americans dump it in. Dunn chasing after it, but the arm is raised by the linesman. They say that Allen dumped it in before crossing the center ice red line. So the draw is going to come back towards Dylan Wells with 1:46 left in the second period. It's the second of 7 straight road games for the Grizzlies. Join us tomorrow evening for the third and final game. Utah's hoping it's a rubber match. On Wednesday, Allen won 3-1. Grizzlies are looking to return the favor. Beal will take the draw. He's got Aragon to his right and Fitz to his left. Draws in the left circle of the American zone, and it's won by Allen. As they'll move it off the near wall, as Shearer will ricochet off the far side as he was looking for Fitz on a long-range pass. Minute and a half left in the second. Allen gets to center ice. Grizzlies deliver a hit. Utah runs it down. Shearer over towards Fairbrother, back to Shearer, Aragon. And now another Grizzly gets it out to center ice. Fitz and Aragon battle with 2 Allen players. Buell with a hot pass that connects to Fairbrother. Fairbrother will ricochet off the far boards. The puck knuckles deep into the Grizzlies attack zone. Wells throws to the corner. A minute left in the second period as the puck jammed towards the right side. Shearer at the point fires towards the net, and that's sticked away as Utah hustling after it, but the Americans gather it. 54 seconds left. They'll roll it along the near boards. It goes to center ice where Fitz resets. He'll push to his right. Grizzlies step over the attack line. They try to get it towards Buell. Now right side, Tyson Upper with a shot, and that's blocked. I think it got blocked before it got to Wells. Dashke across to Yoon, who fires towards the net. Save, rebound, shot, and Wells with a big-time save on the right side As the rebound got kicked over to the right circle, lefty shot, and Wells made a great save with 35 seconds left in the second to keep it a 2-2 tie. It appears that Wells, with a little bit of highway robbery, couldn't tell which Grizzly was out there. That was the forward line of Buell, Aragon, and Fitz. Fairbrother's taking a few shots from that spot on the ice as there's 35 seconds left in the second period. Cade Nilsson will take the draw. He's got Adam Berg to his right and Tyson Upper to his left. It's great to say Adam Berg's name. Draw went on to Berg, but the linesman, for about the third time this period, says we'll do it again. We've seen a few of those where the linesman drops the puck and then everybody stops skating. Spencer Asachuk will take the draw. Tyson Upper, the linesman's talking with Upper. Draw gets towards the middle. Nilsson shot, saved by Wells. As looked like Asachuk got a piece of it first. Puck trickled towards the slot. Nilsson hustled over and got it. And Wells was able to make the save with 31 seconds left in the second. So Allen had a big shot advantage in the first period. In the second, it's the Grizzlies that are out shooting Allen by about a 2-to-1 ratio. Draw went towards the slot, and Allen jabbed it away before Cade Nilsson was able to get it. As Allen will fly it all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Icing is on the Americans with 22 seconds left in the second. So we'll see if the Grizzlies can get one more good look here before the second intermission. Utah had already used this timeout, and probably a well-spent timeout by Ryan Kanasowicz. He used it before the 40-minute portion of the where the Grizzlies had a 5-on-3 for 40 seconds. Grizzlies scored on that. Utah off the draw, right side. Manning with a shot. Glove saved by Wells. As Utah had a pretty good look. It was either Manning, it might have been Messner. Messner and Manning pretty similar sized. And the draw is going to come back to the far circle. One of the easy keys to being able to identify players, being able to see them between whistles. That's impossible to do on this remote feed. Off the draw, Wood shot saved by Wells. Grizzlies will filter it out in front, and Wells covers up. Grizzlies once again winning a draw and putting pressure on Allen. As this time it was Briley Wood getting out in front of the net. 13 seconds are left in the second. Adam Scheel hasn't seen nearly as much action here in the second period. That's one of the tricks. You see those constant line changes, usually before the whistle, especially if you're there. You want to identify who's on the ice. Can't really do that all that often. Gallant will take the draw. He's got Wood to his right. Up top, Dashke and Yoon. Grizzlies win the draw. Messner fires towards the net. That goes wide. Less than 10 seconds left in the period. Yoon battles as Messner gets the puck. Skates towards the right side. Lefty shot. That one goes wide. 2 seconds left. Utah fires towards the net. Wells makes the save. That shot was taken by Cole Gallant as there's 0.3 of a second left in the second. Even if the Grizzlies don't get a goal here before the second intermission break, they have put a ton of pressure over the last 35 seconds on Dylan Wells and the Allen defensive unit. Grizzlies are getting traffic in front. You're seeing guys like Gallant and Briley Wood. And Wood, on that Yoon goal, that power play goal, you got to give a lot of credit to Wood, even though he's not going to get a point, as he stood in front of the crease and really did a good job taking away Wells' vision. Puck is dropped, and that will do it for 2 periods over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. And it looks like for the second straight game, we're going to have a barn burner heading into the third period. After 2 frames on Wednesday, Allen led 1-0, and here both teams scored 1 goal in the first and both scored 1 in the second. And it looks like we're going to have a barn burner in the third period. So, the old saying, you win the period, you win the game, and that's going to hold true. And for the Grizzlies, they certainly hope the third period is theirs. And we'll see. Obviously, with the Grizzlies, the intermission probably doesn't come at a great time, because over the last 35 seconds of that second period, the Grizzlies put a ton of pressure on the Americans. And really, it almost seemed like if the Grizzlies could have kept going for another period or so, or for another minute there in that second period, they might have been able to find a way to take the 3-2 lead that they're looking for. But nevertheless, we're tied at 2 after 2 frames. When we come back, we'll recap the first 40 minutes of play over in Allen, and we'll also go over some scores from the rest of the leagues. After 2 periods, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Americans 2. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Signer the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Signer has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Signer Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Second intermission over at Credit Union of Texas Events Center, and we're tied at 2 between the Grizzlies and the Americans. Chuck-a-puck going on in Allen, and interestingly enough, they got what I assume is a replica of the Stanley Cup. Can't imagine that's the real thing. That fact that Stanley Cup replica they had at center ice looked like it was tilted one side. And I imagine if you get the Chuck-a-puck into the replica Stanley Cup, you get a huge prize. But doesn't look like anybody was the big winner, as Chuck-a-puck and everybody having a good time over in Allen, Texas. They've already announced the attendance, 3,102, 3,102 over in Allen, Texas. Well, it's a tale of two periods, even though both teams scored one goal in the first, one in the second. Allen outshot Utah 15-8 in the first period, but the Grizzlies responded with 20 shots to Allen's 7 in the second period, and a lot of those shots probably coming in the final minute of the second period. The Grizzlies really did a good job putting the pressure on the Americans. The Grizzlies did have a 5-on-3 power play for 40 seconds, followed up by a 5-on-4 power play that was abbreviated with the Reed Webster slashing minor, 13:52 into the second period. If you joined us late, yesterday the Grizzlies reunited with forward Adam Berg. He played in 50 games with the Grizzlies last year and had 9 goals and 14 assists. Berg signed on to play in the EIHL with the Nottingham Panthers, where he was a teammate with Quinn Wickers, as Wickers and Berg were teammates here with the Grizzlies last year. And he was also a teammate with Cade Nilsson's brother, Logan Nilsson, who's still with Nottingham. And so Berg, in his first shifts as a Grizzly in his second stint, scored a goal from the right wing as Fairbrother took the initial shot from the right point. It looked like it got blocked, and the puck ended up trickling towards Berg. Berg fired away and got it past Dylan Wells. As in his first shift in his second stint with the Grizzlies, Berg gets his first of the year. Fairbrother and Nilsson with the assists. Adam Berg had 9 goals in 50 games with the Grizzlies last year. And Fairbrother continues to do a ton of damage against the Allen Americans. And in 3.5 games against Allen, he has 4 goals and 2 assists. And for Cade Nilsson, he's played a really solid 2 periods. And he's really done it both ways, both offensively, defensively. He's taken some big face-offs. And that forward line of Nilsson, Berg, and Tyson Upper have been pretty productive tonight. When Berg scored 3:08 into the first, he gave Utah a 1-0 lead. Allen responded later in the first as their top line went to work. Andrew Nelson was in the near corner in the attack zone. He centered it to Watts. Watts with a backhand shot that got past Shield to give Allen their first goal of the night. Watts was Wednesday morning's hero. He scored the game winner with 3:30 left in regulation to break a 1-1 tie. Watts got his 5th of the year. Nilsson and Krankovic got the assists. We were tied at 1 after 1 period. Spencer Asachuk gave Allen a 2-1 lead as he scored 2:27 in. Krankovic and Watts picked up the assists. Kind of a turning point in the game. Allen took back-to-back penalties a minute and 20 seconds apart. Mark Dewart got a hooking minor 11:02 in, and then Robbie, the fresh prince of Bel Aragon, got a tripping minor 12:22 in, and Ryan Kanaswich felt that was an important enough time to utilize his one timeout. He talked with his unit, and the Grizzlies were able to capitalize. We mentioned right before that 5-on-3 that it was important to not only score, but to score on the 5-on-3 so you can keep on with the power play even after that. And with 4 seconds left in the 5-on-3, Brian Yoon got the puck in the high slot. Briley Wood was right in front of Dylan Wells, as Berg was a little bit more towards the left side of Wells. But when they showed a replay behind Allen's net, you could tell that Wells had absolutely no clue where the puck was. And Yoon would just had that kind of perfect accuracy, and it just kind of helicoptered its way past Dylan Wells and past the goal line to tie the game at 2. Derek Dashke got his team leading 7th assist this season. Dashke entered the game with 6 assists, where he was tied with Luke Manning, and so Dashke breaks that tie. Cole Gallant also picked up an assist. Gallant was 3rd in the team in assists last season, and he's really racking them up here this year, as Gallant is up to 5 assists on the season. And for Gallant, he now has an assist in 3 straight games. And so that 5-on-3 power play goal that was scored 12:59 into the second period tied the game at 2. Reed Lepster got a slashing minor, 13:52 into the second. And that was a good penalty. It looked like Allen would have had a breakaway about 3/4 of the length of the ice, but Lepster on the back checked, slashed, and made sure that Allen couldn't get a breakaway on the other side. And the Grizzlies were able to do a good job killing off that Allen power play, which I believe lasted about 1 minute and 22 seconds once Bell Aragon came out of the box for the Americans. In terms of Utah, they're out shooting Allen 28-22. That's kind of more what you see from the Grizzlies, who are 5th in the league in shots per game coming into action tonight, and that's a little bit more what you're used to seeing from Allen. On Wednesday morning, Allen outshot Utah 37-27. That was the first time all season that Allen had outshot an opponent. So, you're talking about the Grizzlies kind of getting back on track with that 20-shot second period. Among the 28 shots that the Grizzlies have, Mick Messner leads the way with 4. Messner tonight has been lined up with Cole Gallant and Briley Wood, and Messner was really active. In particular, he was active, that 3-man forward unit there in that final 35-second stretch of the second period, where the Grizzlies continued to put pressure on the Americans. So Messner with 4 shots, Briley Wood with 3, James Shearer also with 3, and even though Wood doesn't have a point tonight, we will give him some credit with him just being that presence at 6'3", and I talked with him at Media Day before the regular season started, and he kind of talked about being that presence out in front of the net and utilizing that 6'3" size. And I think as Wood keeps getting more and more comfortable, you're going to see him utilize that size a little bit more and be a little bit more active. And that once he starts scoring goals, it feels like he's the kind of guy. And obviously in the WHL playoffs last year, where he had 13 points in 6 games, for the Wild in the WHL playoffs, it kind of feels like he's that streaky player. When he can get hot, he can be pretty much unstoppable. And, we'll see if that 3-man forward unit can carry on the momentum in the third period, that line of Messner, Briley Wood, and Cole Gallant, because they did some great things in the second period. Shearer's been active. We mentioned he had 3 shots. A few other Grizzlies with 2 shots tonight, and that includes Armstrong, Buell, Aragon, Reed Lepster, as well as Cole Gallant. And Gallant obviously with 1 assist tonight. For Allen and their 22 shots, it's been a very balanced attack. Andrew Nelson, James Hardy, and Braden Watts each have 3 shots, and then 2 shots for Gagnon, as well as Bell Aragon, Kulikov, and Liam Gorman each have 2 shots. Utah's 1 for 2 on the power play. Allen is 0 for 1, and it's certainly big for the Grizzlies to win that special teams battle, especially in a game like this where it feels it's like it's going to come down to the end. We're tied at 2. We know that the outcome wasn't decided until Allen scored that empty netter with 1 second left on Wednesday. Kind of feels like we're going to have a similar type thing. I don't think either team's going to just break away and score 3 unanswered in the third. And I could be wrong, but it kind of feels like one of those games where the blood pressure is going to rise a little bit. It feels like it's going to be one of those type of games that might end up going past regulation, as it seems like these teams have played a ton of close games over the last few years. For the Grizzlies, it's the second of a 3-game series, but in some ways it's a rubber match. After all, the Grizzlies are 4-4 this season. They are 2-2 at home. They are 2-2 on the road. And over the last 10 games against the Allen Americans, the Grizzlies are 5-5. So we'll see what happens here in the third period. But it looks like we got a fun one over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center as the Grizzlies and Americans are tied at 2. We'll come back and go over some league scores on the other side as well as some NHL scores. After 2 periods, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Americans 2.
Maverick's new Bean to Cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Let's go over some league scores. Jacksonville defeats Atlanta 4-2. Liam Coughlin had 2 assists for Jacksonville, and Nadeau had 2 goals for the Icemen as Jacksonville's record goes to 4-3-1. Jacksonville passes Atlanta in the South Division standings. Adirondack got a 3-1 victory over Reading. Kalamazoo defeated Fort Wayne 4-1 as neither team scored in the third period in that game. Trois-Rivières defeated Maine 4-1. Well, it was tied at 1 between Toledo and Norfolk, and Toledo just went nuts in the third period. They scored 4 unanswered, and Toledo actually scored 5 unanswered after Norfolk took a 1-0 lead 29 seconds into the second period. 5 unanswered for Toledo, including 4 in the second half of the third period as Toledo defeats Joe Canada and the Norfolk Admirals 5-1. Canada stopped 19 of 23 in net. The backup goaltender for the Admirals is former Grizzly Dante Januzzi. South Carolina opened up a can on Worcester. The final score 8-1 as South Carolina outshot Worcester 41-17 as the Stingrays get the victory as their record goes to 7-2-1. In a shootout, Wheeling defeats Indy 2-1. And the deciding goal in that shootout was by Jack Beck as he got the game winner for Wheeling in a shootout. That was a barn burner. Wheeling 2, Indy 1. Cincinnati is 6.5 minutes away from getting their first win of the season. Cincinnati leads Bloomington 2-1 with 6.5 minutes left in the third. Early third period, Iowa leads Wichita 2-1. Iowa is 5-3-1 this season. Wichita is 6-4-1. After 1 period, Rapid City and Idaho are tied at 2. Oh, it looks like Rapid City's playing some good hockey as of late. They picked up a victory last week against Kansas City. Rapid City on Wednesday night got a big victory. I think it was 5-2, if I remember right, against Idaho. And today, both teams have 2 goals. As Linda McCollum has both of Idaho's goals. Maurizio Coella and Brett Davis have Rapid City's goals. Davis had a hat trick on Wednesday night in Boise. Ben Kras gets the start for Idaho. He has saved 10 of 12. And Matt Radomski is starting for Rapid City. He has saved 12 of 14. And starting up in about a half hour from now at Tahoe Blue Event Center in State Line, Nevada, the 6-3-1 Tulsa Oilers take on the 5-2-1 Tahoe Night Monsters. We'll go over some NHL scores and check in on those who are living the dream as there's 5 NHL games tonight. After 1 period, Washington leads Colorado 2-1. That game after 1 period. Annunen is starting for Colorado, and he has saved 3 of 5. The backup goaltender, he was just called up from the AHL's Colorado Eagles, is the Grizzlies' all-time shutout king, Trent Miner. As Colorado got a goal from Kelly, but Washington with 2 goals, McMichael and Verana have the Washington goals. Alex Ovechkin does have 1 assist, and Ovechkin's going to be in the Salt Lake Valley on Monday as Washington will take on the Utah Hockey Club. And after 1 period, over at Delta Center, Utah leads Vegas 1-0. Logan Cooley has the lone goal in the game as Utah gets the 1-0 lead. Cooley scored 11-16 in with Michelli and Gunther getting the assists. So that appears like it's going to be a great rivalry. There's a lot of Vegas Golden Knight fans in the Salt Lake Valley. Vegas is 10-4-2 this season. Utah is 7-6-3. And after 1 period, Utah leads Vegas 1-0. There's 1 game that's gone final in the NHL. Pittsburgh's had a ton of goaltending issues, and it continues tonight. Columbus defeats Pittsburgh 6-2. After one period, no score between Nashville and Calgary. And getting underway in about 5 minutes from now, Detroit is at the Anaheim Ducks. When we come back, we'll have third period action, as looks like it's an outstanding game over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, as the Grizzlies and Americans are tied at 2. I'm Tyson Whiting, and we'll have third period on the other side. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
It's anybody's game as Utah Grizzlies now and Americans are tied at 2 heading into the third period. I'm Tyson Whiting. We've had a fun one here so far. Both teams with 1 goal in the first, both with 1 in the second. And we'll see who ends up making that deciding goal here in the third period. Who do you think is going to be the hero? After all, it was Gianni Fairbrother on Wednesday that tied it up. I don't know. Could it be Adam Berg, who already has a goal tonight? As the Grizzlies will start the third period with Aragon, Buell, and Fitz, with Fairbrother and Shearer. Same 5 that started the game. I believe it's the same 5 that started the game for Allen, which would be Gagnon and Nilsson, as well as Dewart, Brodzinski, and James Hardy. As Dewart will take the draw against Buell. Grizzlies skate from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Allen wins the draw as they'll saucer it ahead. And it looks like it's going to be icing on the Americans. We get our first whistle 8 seconds into the third period. So Grizzlies will have Cameron Buell take the face-off. Buell was outstanding last Saturday in the opening game against Tahoe. That 2-game set. Buell and Fitz combined for 2 goals as Buell scored the game-tying and game-winning goals. Fitz picked up the assists on both of his goals, and then Fitz scored unassisted on an empty net. Can this forward line get the job done here tonight? As the draw goes towards the far corner, Fitz battles. He spins around as the puck will skip out to neutral ice. Grizzlies looking for the back check, but Allen strong with the puck. They cross center ice and dump it in. Shield behind his net will drift it towards the far side as Allen will move it across. Skating over there is Fitz. He battles. Buell looking nearby. Puck goes up top, left point. Nilsson with a shot, and that lifts high into the air, and it's snatched by Shield over his head. As there was a lot of traffic in Nilsson, who flexes his stick. Brodzinski flexes his as well. We get a whistle with 19:23 left in the third. Draws going to be in the Grizzlies zone as both teams will change things up as Brodzinski heads to the bench. Allen head coach B.J. Adams looks on in a very stern look with his arms folded, kind of looking like a fourth grade school teacher assessing traffic at recess, assessing the kids playing playing pond hockey. As Grizzlies win the draw, and they'll throw it all the way deep into the Allen zone. As Allen comes out with a loose puck, they'll push it to the right side as the Americans will carry it across the offensive line. They look to center to Asichuk, who tried to drop it back off. High slot, lefty shot, goes wide. I think it was taken by Kulikov, who skates over there. Dashke loses his balance. Puck in the far corner of the Grizzlies zone. Ian will shovel it ahead. Grizzlies chase after it, but Allen gets there a step ahead of him. And Utah steps over the line. Gallant to Wood, right side, shot. Goes wide and out of play as Hudson Wilson might have gotten a stick in the way to redirect it. As whistle blows with 18:47 left in the third. The Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw as both teams are looking for the game-winning goal here. Grizzlies are tied at 2. It's Bell Aragon sporting a beard. He's on the ice. Looks like he'll take the face-off for Allen. For the Grizzlies, it's the clean-shaven Luke Manning. Was 1 goal and 6 assists this season. Manning wins the draw. Right side, righty shot is blocked before it gets towards Wells. Manning, backhand shot at the near goal line, hits the side of the net. Grizzlies trying to skate towards a point, and that's Armstrong. He gets held up. Dunn looking at the right point. Puck stays in the near corner as Manning feeds up top to Dunn. Could he keep the line as he was skating back towards the slot and couldn't? Grizzlies reset at new tries. Jensen back at the Utah line, pitches across to Dunn. Dunn will loft it to the left side. Armstrong gets around the Allen defense as he'll get the puck in the far corner, and he'll curl back towards the point. And left side, shot goes wide. I think that was taken by Jensen, who's got 2 goals this season. As Armstrong gets pushed along the glass, Utah trying to get up top towards Lebster. Lebster collided with Bell Aragon's stick. As Lebster throws to the far corner, Armstrong delivers a hit. Grizzlies trying to skate back towards the far side, but couldn't corral it. Allen will direct it out to new tries. Big-time hit delivered by Adam Berg. Right wing pass connects towards Nilsson, and he'll backhand it to the far corner. The puck skips on 2 hops of the ice off the boards. Grizzlies up top. Allen anticipated it. They jumped in front of Fairbrother, and they dump it all the way deep in the Grizzlies zone. Fairbrother falls down in the near corner. Hopefully gets back to his feet. He does, as he was battling with Wilson. As Allen, they're in the attack zone, right side. So I'll throw it to the far corner. Grizzlies deliver a hit and divorce Allen from the puck. As Utah gets a new try, they carry it across center. Utah over the blue line. Stopping is Upper. He feeds it towards the middle. Allen will brush it back to new tries. Grizzlies reset. Yoon shoulder fakes, gets to Dashke. Dashke long-range pass connects down the middle. Grizzlies have a breakaway. Skating in, shot. Saved by Wells. Skating in was Cameron Buell, but Wells made the stop 3 minutes into the third. As why the Allen defense didn't account for Cameron Buell, but Wells made a big save. He's played well this week. Allen crosses center ice, and Liam Gorman will pitchfork it in. Yoon chases after it and gathers a loose puck. As Yoon over to Dashke. Dashke down the middle with long strides. The 6'2 defenseman gets to center ice, and he'll helicopter it in. Aragon chases after it. He's on the right side, gets it towards the middle. Lefty shot, and that one's wide. That's Cameron Buell with a second good look in this shift. As Allen gets pushed by Buell on the far side. Fitz tries to join the play, but Allen will get it back to the near side. Fitz skates back towards the Americans. Kulikov will get it back to make that Hudson Wilson will move it to the right side. Allen over the line, right side, righty shot, and that one goes wide and out of play. That shot was taken by Mark Duart, who's wearing number 8, and he's been one of Allen's more active forwards this week. So the Americans will change things up. Looks like the draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone as Brzezinski talks things over with his teammate, Mark Duart. For the Grizzlies, it's Cole Gallant taking the draw. He's out there with Briley Wood and Mick Messner. 16:09 left in the third period. We're tied at 2. Grizzlies win the draw, and they'll sky it into the Allen zone. I got redirected at new try, no icing. The Grizzlies close the gap on the Allen defenseman. 2-on-2 scrum behind Allen's net. As the Americans, far side, try to push it ahead. It stays in the Allen zone. Unfortunately for the Grizzlies, Allen's still in control. Americans push it from one corner to the other. Mike Van Unen, he's on the far side as he'll pivot. He'll feed it back to Nolan Orzek. Orzek in the near corner will backhand it ahead. Grizzlies keep it in. High slot, Grizzlies lefty shot. Glove saved by Wells. Well, Utah had a pretty good look. That might have been Mick Messner as he was in the high slot. He fired at glove side, but Wells makes the stop. So it's the Americans 2 and the Grizzlies 2 as there's 15:34 left in the third. So draws give me the Allen zone. Everybody having a good time. Manning will take the draw. First full season as a pro at the University of St. Thomas. As Allen gets it over to the Utah line. Grizzlies chase after it. As Allen, left side, skates back towards the corner. They get around Fairbrother. Grizzlies deliver a big push in the near corner. Grizzlies gather the puck As now a turnover. Allen dives in front of the crease. Puck drifts towards the far corner. Grizzlies will sky it all the way deep into the Allen zone. Utah chasing after it. Getting there is Reed Lebster. He skates around Allen's net, but loses the puck as Nelson was strong on the back check. Nelson will sky it into the Grizzlies zone. Puck bounces in the near side towards the corner. Grizzlies get there first. Brian Yoon in the area. He skates behind the net. Now he throws to the corner that he vacated. Allen runs it down to get to the near point, and Armstrong picks it off. He'll get to center ice 1-on-2. Dashke dumps it in as playing it behind the net, Dylan Wells. 14.5 minutes left in the third period. We're still tied at 2. Allen to the far side. They cross center ice, and they step over the line. As Allen didn't have numbers, they'll throw it to the left corner. As Kulikov skates back towards the corner, he gets cut off by Yoon. Good push by Messner onto Kulikov, and the Grizzlies come out with the puck. Utah 3-on-2 will spike it in. Grizzlies chasing after it is Cade Nilsson. He'll brush it to the far corner. Now Nilsson gets it back. He got spun around in the far circle as he couldn't get a shot off. Utah skating from left to right here in the third period, 6 minutes in, as Utah delivers a big hit, and that's Adam Berg. Puck off the near wall. As now Berg done with the hit. Allen at center ice gathers it, 1-on-3. Allen over the attack line. Orzek, righty shot goes wide as he missed the net, stick side on Shield. As the Grizzlies out to neutralize, Kabori Dunn crosses center, trying to get to Buell at the Allen line, and that goes wide as it goes all the way to the end wall. As Allen will sky it into the Grizzlies zone. Grizzlies get it back at center ice, 2-on-2. Racing his Fitz. He skates towards the right circle, take a righty shot, and goes wide. Puck, as Jensen kept it in, Grizzlies skate back towards the right side, and Adam Berg gets knocked down on the right side, gets back up. As a 2-on-2 battle ensues in the corner, the Americans hold their face. They were hit with a high stick, no call. Allen will pitch it in, and they negate the icing. Left wing, lefty shot goes wide. Americans behind the net, 7 minutes into the third period. As Allen, left wing, centers it, and the skipping puck, Grizzlies try to clear it out. It stays in right side. Americans over to Orzek. He's along the near boards. Orzek dances around. He gets around Fairbrother. Puck goes towards the end boards. Loose puck as Orzek feeds it back from one corner to the other. As Allen over to the right side. Grizzlies jab at it. Puck goes back to neutral ice. As Allen back at their line. We'll get it across center ice. Allen will step over. As the Americans near side whip it around the wall. We're 7.5 minutes into the third period. We're still tied at 2. As Utah comes out with a puck, they get to center ice. Racing's Briley Wood. He skates along the left wing, gets back checked, and he'll skate with the puck towards the near corner. Now around the net, I believe that's Gallant with his speed. Gallant dances around and he feeds it up top to Dashke. Fires towards the net. It goes wide. Yoon in the near side. Backhands it to the right as Grizzlies get to Messner. He's in the slot. Lefty shot goes wide. It looked like he missed high over the crossbar. Wood behind the net gets double teamed. Messner in front of the net, but Allen comes out with the puck. Americans will backhand it. Keeping it in is Yoon. Grizzlies slices shot onto Wells, who gloves it and holds on with 11:43 left in the third period. We're tied at 2. Nobody has scored here so far in the third period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
11 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third period. And multiple people have said that Trent Miner has entered the game, and he has for the Colorado Avalanche. As Annunen allowed 3 goals on 6 shots, and in net for the Avalanche now is former Grizzly goaltender Trent Miner, who's the Grizzlies' all-time shutout king with 10. As Utah wins the draw, left side, Armstrong shot is kicked away by Wells as we're tied at 2. 8.5 minutes into the third period in the second of a 3-game set. Allen will try to get to the left side. Grizzlies took it away at the center ice logo. As Utah will slice it to center ice left wing. Grizzlies move it across. Dunn gets it off the boards. Tried to dump it in. Allen took it away just about the time Dunn was getting in. That's Braden Guy, who tried to get to center ice. Lebster cuts him off as Allen will get it back as they throw a horizontal pass at their line. As Janelle gets to Grizzlies territory, he dumps it in as he got blasted along the boards. Play starting to get physical, but both teams have been disciplined enough to stay out of the box. 9 minutes into the third, Grizzlies get to neutralize. Allen on the back check took it away. As Bell Aragon gets around a Grizzly, skates towards the right side, but he couldn't get a shot off as the puck bounced and skipped off his stick. Right side, righty shot, saved by Schill. He holds on with 10:46 left in the third as we're still tied at 2. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. It's kind of been an interesting game in terms of looking at the shot count. Allen had a big edge in the first period on shots. That advantage was 15-8. Second period, Grizzlies had the edge 20-7. And here in the third period, it's Utah that's got a 6-3 shot advantage. We're about halfway through the third period. We mentioned Trent Miner, 10 career regular season shutouts for the Grizzlies. 7 of them came in the 2021-22 season. That's the year the Grizzlies won the division title for the first time in team history. Grizzlies fly into the Allen zone. Utah gathers the puck. They're along the right point as Upper will skip it to the left side. Grizzlies, they try to get it to Berg out in front. Pass goes wide as Berg skates towards the near side, and he'll roll it along the wall. Nielsen gathers it far side. He pitches back up top for Shear. One-timer. That goes wide. Gathering the puck along the near boards is Fairbrother. He curls it around the net, and Utah tried to skip it out in front to Upper, and the puck bounced off a skate. Allen will carry it across center ice. They'll throw it back in. Utah chasing after it. We're halfway through the third period. We're tied at 2. Nobody has scored here in the final frame. As Berg, right side, lefty shot, save, rebound shot, saved by Wells as Berg had 2 good looks. Allen will throw it to the near boards. Grizzlies hustle after it. Grizzlies get to the corner, and I think that's Berg. Berg tried to center it, and he didn't get much on it. Allen picked it off. Allen gets to center ice, and they'll saucer it in. Shield gets it off the skip, and he throws a long-range pass to center ice for Fitz. Fitz tried to dump it in, but Allen quickly took it away as Fitz didn't get kind of fanned on it. As Allen to neutralize across center. To get to the Utah line, Buell took it away. And now puck goes to Dashke. Dashke to Buell. He's in the far corner as the Grizzlies will carry it off the far boards. Allen gets it in the attack zone. Right side. Lefty shot goes wide as they're trying to go stick side on Schill. Fitz will loft it ahead. Grizzlies chasing after it. Utah trying to center it to Buell. It stayed in the corner as Allen deflected it. As Grizz, Kabori Dunn over towards Manning, who fumbled the puck in the near circle. As the Americans will spread the ice. We've got less than 9 minutes left in the third period. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Americans 2. We are certainly rooting on Trent Miner as he's playing in the second period with Washington leading Colorado 3-2 as Miner makes his NHL debut tonight. As Allen will skip it to center ice near their bench area. The Americans back in their own zone as they do a half circle across center ice. Guy over the line, gets to the high slot, throws it on to Shield, who directs it back to the near circle. Grizzlies couldn't get it in the left side, and it kicks off of Wood. We'll bank it off the near boards. Allen will skip it back into the far corner. Shield cuts it off as he'll get it to a defenseman. Grizzlies head to center ice for Wood. It tapped off of his stick. Wood battles with Guy. Both guys wearing number 14. Grizzlies will fire it in as ricochets off the end boards. Messner chases after it, but he stations himself in front of Wells as Allen will get the attack going from right to left. Allen back in their own end, less than 8 minutes left in the third period, cross center ice. Americans over the attack line. Orzek dances around, looks for a centering pass that goes wide. That might have connected. Allen's shot missed as the Americans, far side, looked to center. They made one too mmany passes there as they had an open shooter. They were looking for Dewart cutting towards the net. Now left side, Dewart shot, saved by Shield, as the Grizzlies will drag it out to center ice. Wood gets to center ice, and he'll dump it in. Grizzlies chasing after it as Messner lost his balance, and American lost theirs as well. As Grizzlies far side will skeet towards the far goal line. Backhand shot. That one's blocked away. It might have been blocked by an Allen defenseman. Utah to the left side at the point. Dashke dancing around. He's got a long stick. He'll center it to Lebster. He'll take a righty shot that goes wide. Rebound shot saved by Wells. Utah gets it back towards Lebster. He gets up top, high slot. Armstrong to Lebster. One-timer goes wide. Dashke, right side, as he'll try to drop it for Hume. Now Dashke skates towards the right side. Shot is blocked away. Lebster at the far goal line. Kicks it across. Puck goes between Manning's legs. He's on the right side. Manning one-on-one battle along the near boards. Dashke skates over to join the play. Dashke gets it. Dashke, high slot, lefty shot is blocked. Dashke gets it back. He gets to Yoon. Back to Dashke, who's now on the left wing. Dashke dances around. 6.5 minutes left in the third. Grizzlies on the attack. Dashke drops it for Lebster. Trying to center it to Armstrong. Pass behind him and off his skate. Yoon over to the left side. One-timer goes wide. That was taken by Lebster. Grizzlies wraparound shot. Saved by Wells. As Manning, on the wraparound, he had it behind the net. Tried to curl it out in front, and Wells made the stop. But what a great shift by the Grizzlies. One shot after another. They did everything but score a goal. 6:22 is left in the third period. There's a timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. Still looking for the deciding goal as we're tied at 2. This one's a barn burner. Watch out for that blood pressure. It might rise a little bit. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
We're tied at 2 with 6:22 left in the third period. It's anybody's game as neither team has scored in the third, although the Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 10-8 in the third period. And overall, the Grizzlies have outshot Allen 38-28. Boy, the Grizzlies had a barrage of shots. They had Allen on their heels for a good minute as Yoon and Dashke were out there. And they did a good job keeping the puck in the offensive zone. The Grizzlies seem to be winning their fair share of battles along the boards. We'll see if it capitalizes and kind of turns into a Grizzlies lead, which I think the Grizzlies are hoping turn into a victory. Cade Nilsson will take the tries, earn some good ice time tonight. He'll take it against Spencer Asachuk. Draw one by Asachuk and the Americans. Mike Van Unen skates around his net. He'll carry it across center ice. He negotiates his way into the attack zone, drops to the left side. Lefty shot is blocked away. Berg was trying to block it. Don't know if he got a piece of it. Allen back of their line. Puck skips towards Wells. Wells drops it for Orzek as Orzek gets chased by a Grizzly. Orzek to the left side, crosses center ice. Now he steps over the attack line, and Berg took the puck away from him as Berg with a good check along the near boards. Cade Jensen across to Dunn. 5:50 and counting left in the third. Dunn gets to the Utah line, and he'll dump it in as Berg chases after it. Wells will drift it towards the far side. Allen will get the loose puck, and they'll drop it to the middle. Americans cross center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. Allen steps over the line, left point, and Watts dumps it in. Dunn behind his net. 5.5 minutes left in the third as Watts chasing after Dunn, but Dunn pushes ahead, and he'll come off the ice. Grizzlies cross center, and they'll squib it in as Buell chasing after. He gets there about the same time as an American behind the net. Fitz as well. Fitz gets the puck. He feeds up top as sure to Fairbrother. One-timer, and he didn't get much on it as it just squibs towards the right circle. Allen crosses center ice, and Nilsson will sky it in. Andrew Nilsson's done that quite a few times tonight. 5 minutes left in the third. We're still tied at 2. Neither team scored in the third period. Grizzlies step over the attack line, and Aragon ricochets and off the near boards. Puck goes back to center ice. Grizzlies re-enter. Fitz gets it to the high slot, looking for Buell, who couldn't get there first. As Utah, Allen, right wing, lefty shot, saved by Shield. As the puck goes to the right side, Allen, righty shot, that's blocked. Allen gets it back. Now the puck drifts towards the near side. Grizzlies get the loose puck, and they'll ice it all the way down towards Wells. And the whistle blows with 4:28 left in the third. So Draw's going to come back towards Adam Shield. What a game this has turned out to be. Both teams have to be pretty happy with the effort they've given. Gallant will take the draw against Mark Duart. Boy, Duart's taking a ton of face-offs for Allen. He's been active on the screen that we're watching. Allen wins the draw. Puck to the far corner. Gallant and Fairbrother battle with two Americans in their specialty jersey. Allen around the net. They try to get to Nelson. It bounced off a stick back to Allen as the Americans get it back to the far side. Fairbrother in the area. Fairbrother gets the puck. He'll roll along the far boards. Yoon gets there about a step before an American. And Fairbrother continues to battle with the two Americans. Now Utah comes out with a puck. Gallant skips to the left side. Pass connects. Grizzlies over the attack line, 3-on-3. Over to Fitz right side. Righty shot goes wide as he missed the net. Stick side on Wells. Grizzlies get quadruple team. Gallant got it taken away. 3:43 and counting left in the third. We're still tied at 2. Behind the net, Kulikov gets pushed by Messner. Puck off the far boards. Action in the Allen zone as Utah gets hit by Kulikov. Messner battles. Wood in the area. Puck trickles towards the point, and Dash gets skated too far to the corner to get it. Grizzlies enter from the right side. Dunn, I tried to get to the high slot pass, was too far in front of a Grizzly. Over to the right side, long-range pass connected. Allen behind the defense, skates in, lefty shot, saved by Shield. Puck to the right side, looking for Wood. He couldn't extend the stick far enough to get it. About 3 minutes left in the third period. As Allen gets to center ice, and they'll tap it off a stick. Grizzlies moving into Allen territory. Allen gets it at their line. As the Americans flub a pass. Manning steps over the left side, centering pass, shot! And a save by Wells. Boy, what a pass there. Has looked like Manning trying to get to Lebster. Pass connected. Boy, Wells must have made an outstanding save with 2:50 left in the third as he robbed Reed Lebster. One final timeout, it appears. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left as we're tied at 2. We'll find out how this one ends on the other side. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
So we're tied at 2 with 2:50 left in the third. It was an immediate timeout type of thing. It looks like they're reviewing as to whether the puck crossed the goal line, I believe. We believe it was Manning that delivered the pass to Lebster. They've been a forward line. They've been part of a forward line tonight. Well, Lebster's had some close calls this evening, and it's a 2-2 game. Unfortunately, they're not showing a replay as to what happened. We believe that they were reviewing whether it was a goal or not, and it appears to be a no goal. So it stays a 2-2 tie. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third. Smoke him if you got him, as the Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 10-9 in the third period, and Utah holds a 38-31 edge. Grizzlies have goals from Adam Berg and Brian Yoon. Allen has goals from two of their top forwards, and Braden Watts and Spencer Asachuk. Manning will take the face-off in the right circle. It's an offensive zone draw for the Grizz, who are skating from left to right in the third period. Lebster and Armstrong are on the ice as well. Asachuk will take the draw for Allen. This one is won by Asachuk as the Americans skate around their net towards the far side. They pitch it out to center ice. Grizzlies do a good job in not letting Allen get that pass at center ice to connect, and icing is on the Americans with 2:41 left in the third. So Grizzlies will have another face-off in the attack zone. Mick Messner leads Utah with 5 shots. Quite a few Grizzlies have 3 shots on goal tonight. Who do you think is going to be the hero, Grizzlies fans? Manning's on the ice. He'll take the face-off. Boy, Manning and Webster have been a pretty good pair tonight, and Armstrong's played a good game as well. This would be a great time for Craig Armstrong's first pro goal. As Asachuk and Manning will take the draw. This one's won by the Grizzlies. As Webster skates towards the point, he feeds it to the corner, far side. Now Webster gets pushed in the back on a 2-on-2 battle. As Armstrong continues to hold his ground, and Allen will squirt out of it with the puck. Americans 2-on-2, step over the attack line. Allen, I think that's Asachuk, trying to backhand it out in front. It's kicked away. As Grizzlies, far side cross center ice 1-on-3. As losing the puck is Webster, lost his lid. He'll have to skate towards the bench as his helmet is laying along the far boards of the Allen zone. As Asachuk skips it in, Allen will make a full line change. 2 minutes are left in the third. We're still tied at 2. Right wing pass connects towards Fitz. Fitz will squib it in. He'll chase after it as Fitz closes the gap, and he delivers a good check on Hudson Wilson. Left side, Dashke shot saved by Wells, and he covers up with 1:45 left in the third. As Aragon and Fitz were looking for a redirection or a rebound, and Wells was able to hold on. Dashke took a pretty good shot from the left side on kind of a sharp angle, and Wells made a good save. 1:45 left in the third. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Kind of wonder if we're going to see, let's see what forward line comes out. It looks like Aragon will be on the ice. He's out there with Buell and Fitz. Buell talking with Brian Yoon. Buell's done a good job in the face-off circle tonight. 1:45 left in the third. Buell crouches down, the 5'10 forward. He wins the draw. Grizzlies up top. Dashke high slot over to Yoon. Yoon slides it along the boards. Fitz couldn't cut it off behind Allen's net. The Americans will backhand it to center ice. Grizzlies with Brian Yoon. Gets it to Dashke. Back to Yoon. Right side at center ice. And he'll saucer it in. Wells behind the net. Cuts it off and gets it towards Kulikov. And he'll slice it off the far boards. Puck goes back to the center ice logo as it hit a stanchion along the far wall. As Allen with 1:14 left in the third, as the frame goes. Now the picture goes in slow motion. We get a whistle. As looks like Fitz talking it over at Duart. My screen froze for a second. And then we just started seeing things in slow motion. So let's see. Draw's probably going to be back at neutral ice. Gagnon talking things over with one of the referees. That was Ryan Siegel. Briley Woods on the ice. Gallant's taking the face off. This one's won by Asachuk and the Americans. Allen will dump it in. 1:07 left in the third and counting. There's action along the far wall. Deep in the Grizzlies zone. And now coming up with its Allen. They're in the high slot. They fire towards the net. Now right side shot. Everybody hacking away. And the puck goes off the near boards. And we get a whistle as the net might have gone off its moorings. My screen was frozen there for a second. But a lot of action out in front as there was a battle along the far boards from what I saw. It looked like Allen won that battle. But they were able to get the puck in deep. And it looked like something happened to stop play with 52 seconds left. Unfortunately, my screen just, for the first time tonight, kind of freezing back and forth. There was a shot from the left circle. Boy, Asachuk was there. Puck was laying in the crease, and it looks like Shield covered up. 52 seconds left in the third. Allen wins the offensive zone draw. The puck rolls to the far side. Allen gets to Asachuk. Asachuk, Spencer's his first name. Up top, right side, lefty shot. Saved by Schill. Rebound out in front, and Schill gathers it after Allen was looking for a second chance. And that was Krankovic looking to convert on it, but Schill was able to make that second save after the initial shot was taken from the right point. And the whistle blows with 36 seconds left in the third. So Grizzlies will have Manning and Berg out there. Nilsson will take the face-off against Asachuk. 36 seconds left in the third. Allen wins the draw. They get it up top. Wilson will throw it from one point to the other. Orzek, right side shot. Glove saved by Scheel. He holds on with 29 seconds left in the third period. But we knew it was going to be this type of game. You can almost tell. With both teams scoring one in the first and both teams scoring one in the second, you knew it was going to be that nail-biter type of game, and that's exactly what we have. Nilsson once again against Asachuk in the face-off circle. This time the Grizzlies get it, as Dashke will slice along the far boards, goes out to center ice. Allen back at their line as Hudson Wilson will lug his way to center ice, and he'll sky it onto Scheel. Scheel gloves it and drops it to keep the play alive. Adam Berg will squib it out to center ice. Wilson takes a spill trying to accept it. Berg, 8 seconds left. He gets held up along the right side. Now Berg gets tripped up. Penalty's going to be called on Allen. Grizzlies get it up top. Right side, Yoon shot. Saved by Wells. And we go to overtime, but the Grizzlies will be on a power play. Hooking's the call. Adam Berg got around an Allen defender, and he got dragged down. So the Grizzlies, looks like there's 1/10 of a second left in the third period. The Grizzlies are going to start overtime with a power play. And that's the speed. We talked about Adam Berg being one of Utah's fastest players last season. That's the speed of Berg coming into play. Braden Watts can't believe it. It's impossible for either team to score with 1/10 of a second left in a period. So we will see overtime, and the Grizzlies will be on the power play to start overtime. So they'll drop the puck just to kind of take care of that 1/10 of a second left in regulation. I imagine the only thing that I think that's Lebster taking the draw, or maybe that's Nilsson. The only thing Nilsson could do is try to fire towards the net and hope that time doesn't run out. That's exactly what he tries to do. And puck ended up onto Wells. It was Lebster that took the face off, and that will do it for regulation. Both teams are in a standing point, and for the Grizzlies, they will be on the power play for the first minute and 59 of the extra session, although it is listed as a full 2 minutes. So Adam Berg, there hasn't been many penalties in this game, but Adam Berg with his hustle and speed getting around Allen, looking for a scoring chance in the final 10 seconds of regulation. He draws a penalty, and that's what speed can do for a team at times, especially if teams are utilizing that speed well. Well, if you joined us late, Adam Berg signed up with the Grizzlies yesterday. He was one of Utah's key forwards last season. He scored .308 into the contest with Fairbrother and Cade Nilsson getting the assists. 16-10 left into the first period. Braden Watts tying it up for Allen, with Nilsson and Krankovic getting the assists. Early in the second period, Asachuk scored .227 in, with Krankovic and Watts getting the assist. Krankovic had 2 assists for Allen. Grizzlies got a 5-on-3 power play, and Brian Yoon scored on it. 12:59 in, with Dashke and Gallant getting the assists. And the shot count was pretty interesting in the 3 periods. Allen outshot Utah 15-8 in the first. Utah outshot Allen 20-7 in the second. Grizzlies had 15 shots in the third, and Allen had 13, but nobody found the back of the net in the third period as we head to overtime with a 4-on-3 power play. So draw's going to be at center ice. Grizzlies will start overtime with Mick Messner. He's out there with Yoon, Dashke, and Cole Gallant. Grizzlies win the draw. They skate from right to left in overtime. As Yoon over to the right side, pass connects to Gallant. Gallant skates towards the far corner. He gets it back up top to Yoon. Across to Dashke. He's on the left side. Back to Yoon. He's in the right side. Over in the slot. Over to Dashke. Dashke switches places with Yoon. Now Dashke to Yoon. One-timer goes wide. Dashke runs it down on the right point to keep it in. Dashke over to Messner. Messner right side across to Yoon. 1:30 left in the power play. 1:30 into overtime. Or 30 seconds into overtime. 1:30 left in it. Gallant over to Dashke. He's on the right side. Skates towards his left. He'll drop it back for Messner. Messner skates towards the slot. Drops it for Dashke. Dashke in the slot. Dangles back and forth. Shot. Saved by Wells. Dashke gets it up top for Messner. Over to Yoon. Yoon dances around, gets to Dashke in the slot. He dangles back and forth, drifts towards the near circle, and he gets to Yoon. Over to Messner. One-timer, saved by Wells. Rebound goes to Dashke in the left point. Dashke switches places with Yoon. Dashke over to Messner. He's in the right circle. Over to Yoon, who faked a one-timer. Gets to Gallant. One-timer, saved by Wells. And the net came out of its moorings as Wells was holding the near side. as he made a save on Gallant's one-timer in the near circle. And Wells' net came out of place. That stops play with 5:47 left in the 7-minute overtime session. That's right. In the ECHL, they have 7-minute overtimes. 48 seconds left in the power play. Grizzlies make a line change. Luke Manning is out there. He'll take the face-off against Mark Duart. Can't tell who the other people on the ice are. I think I saw Reed Lebster. Draw one by Allen towards the near corner. Grizzlies skate over there. 3-on-2 battle as Allen took it away from Manning. And getting towards center ice, Fairbrother delivers a hit on Duart. Grizzlies chase after it. Lebster gets the puck. He'll skate around Shields' net. 1.5 minutes into overtime. 30 seconds left in the power play. Over to the left side for Manning, who dances into the zone on the left side. Manning gets to Lebster. Lebster up top for Fairbrother. Fairbrother feeds to the right side. Back to Fairbrother. Fairbrother dances around. Now he gets it back to the right side. Can't quite tell who that is. That might be Manning. Over to Lebster. Now to the near goal line. Lebster skates towards a high slot. Back towards Wood. One-timer, and he swings and misses. And now the Grizzlies get to the right side as Lebster gets to Fairbrother. Right side out of the box is Watts. As the Grizzlies over to the right side will skate 4-on-4 until the next whistle. Utah pushes it in front of the net looking for Wood. It's picked off by the Americans. Allen will backhand it at neutral ice. Puck goes back towards Nielsen. Now Nielsen will brush it ahead. Allen over the attack line as Watts gets it taken away as Dashke was good on the forecheck and Lebster on the back check. Grizzlies throw it back into their own end. We're skating 4-on-4 until the next whistles. We're 2 minutes and 30 seconds and counting into overtime. Grizzlies and Americans tied at 2 as both teams earned a standing point tonight. Who's going to get that second one? Yoon over at the Utah line, swung and missed on a pass. Now Allen skates down the middle. Righty shot is blocked away. That was taken by Bell Aragon. Dashke was in the area. I think he blocked it. As Bell Aragon at the Allen line. So push it across. The Americans, right wing, step over the attack line as they bank it off the near boards. Puck goes to Kulikov. Will take a shot, kick saved by Shield. Now Krankovic behind the net, dance around as he gets double team. Puck squirts towards the near side. Grizzlies get it. Dashke will carry it out to neutralize slowly. Cross the center. He'll backhand it deep into the Grizzly zone as he thought somebody was behind him. Shield moves to the far side. 3:38 and counting left in overtime. Tied at 2. Grizzlies push it to the right side of neutralize, getting its Armstrong. Armstrong over the line, stops on the right point, and so get it across. Buell skates to the near goal line. Buell now around Allen's net. He keeps control of the puck over to the left side. One-timer, and that one goes wide. As missing the net glove side was Fairbrother. Grizzlies get to Fairbrother, left side. He steps over the attack line. He'll throw the puck into the far corner. The hot pass is gathered by Allen as they'll push it ahead. Americans, left wing pass connects. The Americans 2-on-2. Get it back towards the right side. Looking for Asachuk. He couldn't handle it. As the Grizzlies, less than 3 minutes left in overtime, have control of the puck behind their own net. Skating 4-on-4 until the next whistle, which might never come. Long range pass connects to the left side as the Grizzlies get to Fairbrother. Fairbrother in front of Shields' net. Grizzlies slow with their approach. Fairbrother will curl the puck around Utah's net. Sure. Gets it ahead. Grizzlies will negotiate their way to center ice. Stepping over the attack line, left wing is Cole Gallant. Gallant stops in the near corner, loses his balance, gets it back. He gets up top to Dashke. Dashke drops it for Yoon. Yoon skates to the near corner. Yoon around the net towards the far side. Now Yoon skates to the right side, will shuffle to his left. Yoon back towards the left side. An American falls down. Yoon takes a shot, and I think a penalty might have been called on Utah as Duart hit the ice as he collided with the Grizzly. And I think Utah might have a penalty here as Duart's slow to get to his feet. As he collided with a Grizzly, it might have been one of those basketball picks. Play had stopped, I believe, before Yoon took the shot. It is a penalty on the Grizzlies, and it's Mick Messner who gets 2 minutes. So Utah had a power play in the first 2 minutes of overtime, and now it's Allen that gets a power play at the tail end of overtime. With 2 minutes and 14 seconds left, Allen head coach B.J. Adams is going to use his one timeout, as this is a critical sequence here to end overtime with Allen getting a 4-on-3 power play. Looks like it's the Americans' assistant coach, Brett Ferguson, who's drawing up a play as B.J. Adams gets some water. We talked about those top guns for Allen getting the job done offensively here in this series, and it looks like it's going to be them on the ice. Looks like the 4 will be Nilsson, Krenkovic, Watts, and Asachuk. Most likely, Asachuk will be taking the face-off. We know that Andrew Nelson's got a pretty lethal shot that he can take from the blue line from time to time, so watch out for him, the big 6'4" and 230-pound defenseman. As he talks things over with Kyle Krenkovic, who might be the fastest of all the Allen players. Grizzlies are in overtime for the second time this season. Grizzlies won in a shootout 4-3 against Rapid City on October 25th. And for Allen, it's their second overtime of the season. They lost to Wichita 5-4 on October 30th. Cade Nelson will take the draw. Yoon's on the ice as well. Can't tell who the third Grizzly is. As the draw goes to Allen. Nilsson gets it to the left side for Krenkovic. He feeds it back to Nilsson. Nilsson dangles to the puck. Now he gets to the right side for Watts. Back to Nilsson. Nilsson over to Krenkovic. Back to Nilsson. He's on the right side. Take a lefty shot. And a save by Scheel. As looked like Asachuk was trying to redirect it out in front. Shot went right to Scheel's glove, and he holds on with 1:57 left in overtime. A little bit more than 3,000 over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, and looks like everybody's having a good time. Nilsson will take the draw again. He's somebody that looks like Ryan Knaswich is trusting a lot on the faceoff circle. As the draw goes into the far side, loose puck, run down by Brian Yoon. He gets it, and he'll slice it all the way deep into the Allen zone. As the puck went on to Wells, he'll outlet it to his line for Watts. Watts drops it for Nilsson. Andrew Nilsson crosses center ice, so push it back to the Allen line. Americans cross center ice. Now Allen over the line down the middle. Krenkovic over to Watts. He moves it to Nelson on the left side. Nelson over to Watts. Wednesday morning's hero. He's on the right side. He gets up top to Krenkovic, who backhands it to Watts, who's now on the left wing. Over to Krenkovic. He's down the middle, fires towards the net, and that's blocked, and the Grizzlies clear it out. 1:16 and counting left in overtime. Everybody stays on the ice. Nobody came off. Krenkovic gets it to the high slot. Asachuk drops it for Nilsson. Nilsson dangles towards his left. Now Nilsson shuffles to the left circle. He'll slowly get it up top to Krenkovic. Over to Watts, right side. Watts trying to get towards the middle for Asachuk. Grizzlies poked it away. Utah will carry it out to neutral ice, and they'll fire it towards Watts or towards Wells, and it ricochets off the end boards. Grizzlies were able to get 3 fresh skaters on the ice. 30 seconds left in the power play, 43 seconds left in overtime, tied at 2. Allen over the line. They drop it to the left circle. Allen very patient with their approach here in overtime. Across to Krenkovic, over to Nilsson, back to Watts, to Krenkovic, over to Watts, one-timer, and he scores, and the Americans win. Watts directing towards Asachuk, saying he might have redirected it. Either way, the Americans come away with a 3-2 overtime victory as they score on the power play, as they were able to get a one-timer for Watts. He was on the right side, and he just fired it past Scheel. Looked like stick side. So the Americans have won each of the first 2 games of this series, as their record goes to 4-5-1, as everybody over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center heads home happy. Dylan Wells gets the victory in net. It's his 4th win of the season, as he has won gotten the victory in all 4 of Allen's wins this season. For the Grizzlies, just a tough loss. Utah did get a standing point tonight. Utah's record falls to 4-4-1 this season, as the Grizzlies have 9 standings points through 9 games. So Braden Watts, unless it got miraculously redirected, Asachuk was in the area, but it didn't look like Asachuk got a piece of it. If he did, you have to look at it in super slow motion. Watts with the goal. He is the hero for the 2nd straight game as he picks up his 6th of the season, and actually his 2nd of the game and 6th of the season. And he should be the number 1 star as the Americans defeat the Grizzlies 3-2 in overtime. In OT, Utah outshot Allen 4-2. The Grizzlies had a power play at the start of overtime for the first 2 minutes, But then Mick Messner got an interference minor, 4:46 into overtime, and the Americans connect as Watts gets the game winner. 6th of the season, 2nd of the game. Krankovic and Nilsson picked up the assist. Krankovic got an assist in all 3 of Allen's goals tonight. Final score from Credit Union of Texas Event Center. It's the Allen Americans 3 and the Utah Grizzlies 2. Post-game show starts in 30 seconds on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Both teams had a power play in overtime, and the Americans capitalized on theirs, and that made the difference in the game. I'm Tyson Whiting, and really it was a good game throughout. Pretty entertaining. I think both teams for the second straight game have to be pretty happy with their defensive efforts. Both Utah and Allen are the bottom 2 teams in the league in terms of goals allowed per game. Grizzlies allowing 4 goals per game, and Allen allowing 4.7, but you couldn't tell that by the way both teams played on the defensive side tonight. Grizzlies got Adam Berg back. He signed with the club after starting the season in the EIHL, playing in 9 games with the Nottingham Panthers. And in his first shift of the season with the Grizzlies, Berg got a goal from the right wing, with Fairbrother and Cade Nilsson getting the assist. Later on in the first period, 16-10 in, Andrew Nilsson threw a centering pass out to Watts. Pass went tape to tape, and Watts with a backhand shot that flew past Adam Shield to tie it up at 1. Kyle Krankovic also picked up an assist on that Watts goal. The score was tied at 1 period, tied at 1 after 1 period, with Allen out shooting Utah 15-8. 2:27 into the second period. Spencer Asachuk got his 3rd of the year, with Krankovic and Watts getting the assists. And if we're talking about the line that destroyed the Grizzlies, once again, it was the top line. That was the case on Wednesday morning when Allen won 3-1, and that seems to be the case here tonight, as Asachuk got his 3rd of the year, Krankovic and Watts with the assists. So the top guns each had big games for the Americans. Grizzlies got a 5-on-3 power play for 40 seconds, and with 4 seconds left in that 5-on-3, it was Brian Yoon scoring from the high slot, with Derek Dashke and Cole Gallant getting the assists. For Dashke, it's his 7th assist this season, which gives him a team lead. He was tied with Luke Manning. Each guy had 6 assists going into play tonight. And for Cole Gallant, he now has an assist in 3 straight games. And Yoon has a point in 6 of his 9 games this season. He scored a 5-on-3 power play goal, 12:59 into the second period. Neither team scored the remainder of the second frame, even though the Grizzlies did outshoot Allen 20-7. In the third period, both teams had plenty of chances. Grizzlies 15 shots, Allen had 13. As we mentioned, both teams have to be pretty happy with their defensive effort, and in particular, the effort of both goaltenders. Adam Schill saved 35 of 38. Dylan Wells got the victory. He saved 45 of 47. We got to overtime, where the Grizzlies had a power play for the first minute and 59 seconds of OT, as Braden Watts got a hooking minor, 19:59 into the third period, and that was the speed and playmaking ability of Adam Berg. With less than 10 seconds left, Berg skated along the right wing, got around an Allen defender, and it might have been Watts that he got around, and Watts hooked him and dragged him to the ice. And so the Grizzlies, with Adam Berg's speed and quickness, he was able to draw a penalty. And for the Grizzlies, I thought they were going to have it. You know, they were pretty patient with their approach. Yoon and Dashke, the 2 defensemen. I think Gallant and Messner were the 2 forwards, but just couldn't find a way to get the puck past Dylan Wells. And the Grizzlies didn't score in that power play. And then 4:46 into overtime. Oddly enough, you talk about the 3-on-3 overtime rules, but if you get a power play, once the power play ends, you skate 4-on-4 until the next whistle. So I don't think we ever had a whistle there. We skated 4-on-4 for a good 2 minutes and 46 seconds. And then Messner, we didn't really get a good look at the play, but we did see that Dewar got blasted in the high slot of the American zone, and Messner picked up an interference minor, 4:46 in, and it was late in the Allen power play. Grizzlies did clear the puck once. Braden Watts was over to the right side. Krenkovic and Nilsson were kind of playing catch in the slot, and I couldn't remember which one it was. Ended up getting Watts a one-timer as he was all alone on the right side. Asachuk was out in front of the net trying to redirect it, but I don't think Shiel or Asachuk didn't get a piece of it. They really didn't have that much of an impact on the play, as Asachuk was probably more towards the right hip of Shiel. But Watts scored stick side on Shiel and won it for Allen. 6:31 into overtime. Watts with his 6th of the year and 2nd of the game. Krenkovic picked up his 3rd assist of the game. He ended up at +2 with 2 shots. And Andrew Nilsson had 2 assists, and he had 4 shots on goal for Allen. And so, unfortunately, once again, it was the big guns getting it done against the Grizzlies, as Utah has now lost 3 in a row, but the Grizzlies did get a standing point tonight, and they now have 9 standings points in 9 games. The record is 4-4-1. With the victory, Allen's record goes to 4-5-1. And over the last 11 games that the Grizzlies have had against Allen, Utah's record is 5-5-1. So Allen will be looking for the 3-game sweep tomorrow night. And for the Grizzlies, they're looking to salvage the 3rd game of the set and pick up 3 out of 6 standings points. The big story in the National Hockey League, as far as we're concerned, is Trent Miner. He got called up to the NHL's Colorado Avalanche earlier today, as Georgiev is day-to-day with an upper body injury. Annunen got the start in net for Colorado, and he really struggled. He allowed 2 goals on 5 shots in the first period. Annunen allowed a quick goal in the early portion of the second period, and Annunen got pulled a minute 53 seconds into the second period, and replacing him in net is Trent Miner, the former Grizzly, who had 10 regular season shutouts with Utah. I think he had 1 or 2 in the postseason back in 2, and then he had 1 in the series against the Idaho Steelheads. He was a brick wall against Idaho in that first round set in the 2023 Kelly Cup playoffs. Miner saw 7 shots in the final 18 minutes of the second period. He allowed 1 goal, so he stopped 6 of 7 in the second period, and we believe Miner's going to be in there to start the 3rd. As right now they're through 2 periods over at Ball Arena. Washington leads Colorado 4-2, and in net for the Avalanche is former Grizzly Trent Miner. So we're certainly thrilled to see him make his NHL debut tonight in relief of Annunen, who struggled for the Avalanche. A few other NHL games after 2 periods. Utah leads Vegas 2-1. Logan Cooley scored on a slap shot, 11-16 in, with Michelli and Gunther getting the assist. And then Utah took a 2-0 lead, 6:59 into the second, as Sergachev scored a power play goal with Keller and Kerfoot getting the assist. And Tomas Hertl scored on a power play goal with Nicholas Watt and Jack Eichel getting the assist. That was 13:37 into the second period. And they're through 2 periods at Delta Center. Utah leads Vegas 2-1. 1 game has gone final. Columbus defeats Pittsburgh 6-2. After 2 periods, no score between Nashville and Calgary. And after 1 period, Detroit leads Anaheim 2-1. 3 stars of this Grizzlies game. Let's see. It looks like for the second, it looks like an identical 3 stars list for the second straight game. 3rd star goes to Adam Scheel, who saved 35 of 38. The 2nd star is Dylan Wells, the Allen goaltender. He saved 45 of 47. And the number 1 star is the overtime hero, Braden Watts, who had 2 goals and 1 assist. He was a +2, and he had 6 shots. Got to give honorable mention honors to Kyle Krenkovic for Allen, as he assisted in all 3 of Allen's goals, and he was a +2. Andrew Nilsson also had 2 assists. There wasn't a single Grizzly that had a multiple-point game. Yoon and Berg each scored a goal. Fairbrother, Gallant, Nilsson, and Dashke each had 1 assist. And with Dashke's assists, he now leads the club with 7 on the season. Gallant has an assist in his last 3 games. In terms of shots, Mick Messner led the way with 6. Cole Gallant had 4 shots. Yoon and Dashke also had 4, and a few other Grizzlies with 3 shots on goal. For Allen, Braden Watts led the way with 6 shots. And what didn't he do tonight? 2 goals, 1 assist. Even picked up a penalty there at the end of regulation, That gave the Grizzlies a power play. I wouldn't say that decided the game because there was still 4.5 minutes after the power play ended where the Grizzlies could have had a chance there. But, it's kind of a bit tough when, you don't score on that power play. And, just Allen gets a power play of their own, worked the puck around pretty well. And Watts had an open look from the right side, and he connected on his shot. And boy, Watts has been outstanding for the Allen Americans. He had four pretty solid years with Wichita, and he's been a great addition to that Allen Americans roster. Well, that'll about wrap things up here I'm here in the Maverick Center. I'm right next to the Grizz Cave in a very dark and empty Maverick Center. We tried to describe the game the best we could, even though it's difficult sometimes with this remote feed. We just have one dream. That's all I have, and that's really all I'm living for is that one dream, and that's to someday get to the NHL. Hopefully someday my dream will come true. Once again, in 2 hours and 37 minutes and in front of a crowd of 3,102 on military night, the Allen Americans get an overtime game winner by Braden Watts as they defeat the Grizzlies 3-2. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast of not necessarily the final outcome. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We're rooting for Trent Miner and the Avalanche as they trail Washington 4-2, but it's great to see Trent Miner making his NHL debut tonight. We'll come back tomorrow, 5:50 pregame show, 6:10 face-off in the Mountain Time Zone as the Grizzlies complete a 3-game series against the Allen Americans. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.